My audio is a little funny because I'm testing it right now. So hang on a second. We're gonna get it started officially in a second. Shit. 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 Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Ah! Yeah, it doesn't. If you're tuning in and I'm randomly making sounds, I am testing my microphone. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ugh. All right. See, my problem is my voice is fading quite badly. Nah, 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 nah. Okay. I think this is the best I'm gonna get. Okay. I just can't stand how weird I sound. Seems that I've already gotten a super chat. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, okay. Mm. All right, that's better. Oh shit! Hang on a second. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, there we go. Someone sent me a super chat a little while ago, and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. XXX Nat X Cute XXX 4 pound 49 super chat. Can't wait to finally catch a live stream. The Red Table ep was peak cringe though. The cast looking so bald they could have called it Finding Chemo. Okay, just get rid of this because we don't need it right now. And let's where those other super chats at? Barkley KR 4.99 super chat. So Jay, how does it feel knowing your pain and suffering is now canceled? Batwoman is officially canceled. Champagne, my baby girl. Um, yeah, it's great because there's always going to be a bad show. There's always going to be a bad show to talk shit about every single time. So it's not really a big deal that it's gone. It's like, okay, yeah, it deserved to get canceled. You write stupid scripts, you win stupid prizes. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $2 super chat. I love this new commentary style, very cultured. Yeah, like I said, if you just tuned in and I was making weird noises because I was testing my microphone, there's still some work that needs to be done. But you know. Is that all? Did I get all you guys? I think I did. Okay. Oh my god. Awkward 101, $5 super chat. Can I just say I wouldn't have an issue with Ryan Sophie if Ryan hadn't guilt tripped Sophie about her job, or at least apologized for doing so. Yeah. You work for a white supremacist organization. I'm like, bitch. Like, who can, like, if you believe that, why are you getting into a relationship with someone who does that? Especially you being black. Like, I'm going by the show's rules here. Technically, her being black, she should be rejecting anyone working for a white supremacist organization. So yeah, that's weird. It's very, very strange. Okay, I'm trying to find my stream so I can see how we're doing quality wise and microphone wise. Travis Gibson, $2 super chat. Think this was an inside job for being a leak? Oh, well, yeah. Of course it was. Yeah, that people are always talking about how the government is using celebrity news as a distraction. Okay, but really though, how, especially how we react to celebrities nowadays, I don't think that'd be good enough to ignore shit like, the Epstein thing and all that. But this definitely was a orchestrated distraction against something. A distraction from something that's going on, something else, or it was some disgruntled staffer or whatever, whoever leaked the shit. Because it just makes the most sense. But yeah, it was definitely a leak, and it was definitely by someone who was pissed, or, like I said, an orchestrated distraction from something else. Did I miss something else? Jawan Bates, $5 super chat. Batwoman is being canceled. Oh, happy day. Yeah, and I already see him trying to campaign to get it on HBO Max or some shit. And it's like, give it up. Just give it up. It's not happening. It's over. Like, come on. Batwoman is not going to HBO Max. Especially now while I'm alive. God damn it. Wolfsbane, $5 super chat. Hey Jay, was watching Real BBC and Ash showed a clip of Naomi where a character literally said 10 is the new 16. This was about her sister. Ugh. BG replacement. I'm not sure what the hell that means, like the BG replacement thing. But yeah, ugh. That's not a good joke. Gambam07? What do you think they're hiding? I have no idea. There's always something. I heard there was something about COVID that just came out. Basically, they're admitting, yeah, we get it. The vaccine wasn't that great. We're sorry. This is all the information on that, and I think they're distracting from that. That's what I heard, at least. Oh, Wolfsbane says, sorry, Batwoman replacement. Oh, I don't know. Like, Naomi? Like, no. I don't think so. I've seen it. It looks so boring, to be honest. It doesn't look good enough to be up to, like, Batwoman status. That's just me, though. That IT guy, $5 super chat. They killed 85 million babies since Roe. This is genocide by nearly every metric. Somebody needs to pay for this, but who should? Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of an exaggeration. And what kills me is like people like what's his name? Matt Walsh will go on and say like something very it's a like he thinks it's a very extreme and edgy position, but it isn't because he's very reserved. He says shit like we should what jail the abortionists and make and completely criminalize abortion, but okay, but what about the mothers though? You're all right with jailing doctors, but what about the mothers? Because last time I checked, when you hire a hitman to take somebody out for you, you go to jail with the hitman. That's just that if you consider abortion to be flat out fucking murder, like no different from stabbing someone in the face, like a full grown person in the face, or like completely wrecking somebody, then the mothers who've had abortions should go to prison, right? But of course, he doesn't say that because that's not a good sell for his position. It's not a good sell at all because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to ostracize people. But technically, by his logic and the logic of a lot of pro-life people, the mothers should be going to fucking prison because abortion is flat out murder. I gotta make the rules, y'all did. Gray likened to another super chat. Hey Jay, was wondering if you heard or seen this movie from 2013 called Belle. It's loosely based on the life of Dido Elizabeth Bell, the illegitimate daughter of Sir John Lindsay. No, I haven't seen that, and I have no idea who these people are, to be honest. But no, wait a minute. Have I heard of that? Hang on. I might have. Wait a minute. I think I might have heard of this. I think I might have heard of this film. Oh yeah, I heard of this. I think she's a biracial black chick, and the family has a difficult time accepting her or some shit like that. Yeah, I've heard of this. And the guy from Watchmen's in it. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though, but I've heard of it. Peace is cancer. Who the hell is Matt Walsh? I think he works with the Daily Wire. He's one of their butter churns. Penelope 15, Matt Walsh is the king of garbage takes. Not always. He'll have a couple of good ones. Danny Claw, I 1000% agree. I don't like abortion or think it should be anything goes, but I understand how bad sex ed is for so many disadvantaged girls and women and get crisis pregnancies and yeah, but like I said, yeah, Matt Walsh's take is like, like nigga, come on, you're going too far with this shit. We should criminalize abortions. Okay, so like we're gonna arrest these mothers, right? We're gonna arrest these mothers, right? Put them in jail, right? Have them charged for murder. No, you're not gonna do that because that's gonna put people off of conservatism and Republicans, and it's not gonna make you look good. Even though that's exactly what the hell you want. And that's exactly basically what you're advocating for. You're willing to put these doctors in prison, but not the mothers who went to these doctors and paid them to do it. You're not slick. These motherfuckers aren't slick. CEO of MSA, Joey Joestar. Joey Joestar, $5 super chat. Hey, Miss Longbone, can't wait for the Batwoman cast to show up in Generation Hope videos. I can't wait. I want to see Ryan versus the evil foster mom. True. I think that's where their career is headed. Dragon Bones. The king of bad takes will always be Vaush. Vaush. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway. I mean, you already got a feel for what the fuck I'm going to talk about. There's no way you haven't heard by now that the Supreme Court is possibly going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And of course, there was a big re-fest from leftists because they don't like it. And, you know, of course, overnight, there's been just like dozens, hundreds, thousands maybe, bad takes or just cringe behavior in response to it. Now, y'all know my position on abortion. It's fairly nuanced. I wouldn't get it. And if I had kids, I would teach them not to rely on it, most definitely. But if someone else gets it, I like, as long as they're not all militant and getting in people's face talking about, I love abortion, like, I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit if someone else does it, as long as you ain't up in my face with that bullshit, and you're not acting like it's some holistic healing process that's so easy. Like, no, fuck that. But other than that, yeah, it's not my fucking business what you do. It's not my fucking business. But like I said, I would get one. And if I had kids, they would not, no, that's not acceptable. That would be acceptable in my household. But whatever. Snickerdudes, $1.99 super chat. Jay, you missed one of my earlier messages. Love you. Yeah, like I said, sometimes y'all you send these super chats so early. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $5 super chat, saying this for my own peace of mind. I heavily disagree with the conservatives on abortion. People who don't want to be parents shouldn't have kids. But it's true, but there is such thing as, what's the word? Contraceptives. And I'm sorry I didn't tell a lot of you guys about the NOC earlier. I just want to get up on this very quickly because I got stuff I need to do. I just got back from helping my mother move out of her apartment. So I was really antsy and restless, and I wanted to do something. Because as soon as I got back, I was going to get back to working on, writing a couple of videos and working on Gotham High Part 5, which I think might be the last part. I'm not entirely sure, don't hold me to it, but considering how my footage, because I'm farming footage so I can edit it down. But yeah, considering where I'm at, farming my footage, it might be the last, part 5 might be the last part, and then when that's done, I will put all 5 parts together and make a whole video, and post the whole full comic reading. We'll see what happens, and that might end up being, because there's like 3 parts that are 20 minutes. Or nearly 20 minutes. And then you got one part that's 40 minutes, and then another part might be another 20 minutes. I don't know. But yeah. Zaimoku Mizu, not even contraceptives. Just pull out. It's basic. Excuse me. Myco Enthusiast, yeah, wearing a condom isn't hard. In most places, you could get birth control for practically nothing. Doesn't matter how bad your sex ed was. Once you're an adult, it's up to you to learn. Yeah, and plus you got Plan B and all that shit. It's like, it's not really an excuse to be abortion dependent these days, unless you've been sexually assaulted, and that's different. That's a different story. Because that's a baby literally being forced upon you. And that's the only time I think that's the only time abortion should be 100% like the option. Because some chicks, they already dealing with rape trauma. Then they got to carry this child that they did not want, that it was forced upon them. Like that can really fuck you up. And why would you want someone like that carrying it? No, well, that sounds a little harsh. But why would you want someone who's already in an emotionally volatile state to carry a living child? Like this, it's a little volatile. I think that at that point, you should just let that person get an abortion for their own good. Like if they think that's what their own good is. Like only if a kid has been forced upon you. But when it's consensual fucking sex and you get pregnant, yeah, you kind of chose to have that to be impregnated to have that kid. Like sorry, but you did. Greyhound $3 super chat. Gonna miss Batwoman, but at least your sanity's back. Love your vids. My sanity's not 100% back. We still got more Batwoman episodes to crank out. Like I said before, I filmed the first 7 episodes. I'm still handing them off to my editor, little bits at a time, and I still have to film like 6 more reactions for season 3. I still have that to do. Desperado Jay, are you saying no one can never have sex? What I'm saying, I think that might be response to it. What I'm saying is that in case birth control doesn't work, then I think abortion is a fair option. Gambam07. Thankfully, rape is the least common form of abortions. Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. Abortion won't be so common if you left it up to a small percentage of the population that needs it. Because in my opinion, a rape victim would definitely need that. Definitely. You're already dealing with rape trauma. You cannot hold on to it. You just don't, and plus you just don't know how that kid's going to turn out. And like I said, at that point, like I said, the kid is being somebody like a woman or a rape victim should not be forced to carry a rapist kid. That's not cool to me. That doesn't sound kosher. But anyway, enough of this. This is too serious. Enough of the serious talk. Let's get to these losses.
If you live in the United States and you have a uterus, you're going to want to hear this.
Right now,
Bitch.
as we speak, the Supreme Court in the United States is deciding...
Why did you... Wait a minute. Why did you shorten Supreme Court? Rewind, damn it. Are you kidding me? Oh.
deciding whether they're going to...
Okay.
The
It only works when
Supreme Court in...
Why did you shorten court to CT? Why? Why did you do that? Yeah, I don't understand it. The Supreme CT in the United States. I don't know. I just can't. It's just that just irks me.
in the United States is deciding whether they're going to keep Roe versus Wade intact. And
Roe v. Wade. Why are you saying it like that? Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade.
Wade is the only protection women have in the United States for the right to control their own bodies.
You also have your brain and contraceptives. Like the ability to buy and acquire contraceptives. Jade 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. $2 super chat. What is the logical reason not to ban all abortion? I just said, like rape and incest. Basically, because incest can lead to neurological problems. I think, deformities and shit. There's still some people who need it. Like, just because there's a small percentage of people who need it doesn't mean you have to get rid of it. There's always a smaller percentage of people that experience a certain thing and might need a certain thing. That doesn't mean well, it's only a small percentage of you. I don't think we need it. Like, even though you're going to need it eventually. I'm just not going to... We don't need really to cater to you people.
What's happening right now in the Supreme Court is the most important thing that has happened in our lifetime.
More important than slavery? More important than the whole sex trafficking thing? More important than 9/11? This is the most important thing. Vacuuming out our uteruses is the most important thing that's ever happened. Axel Thunderpaw, $2 chat. Can these people define woman now all of a sudden? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Adam Guy 2003, J Longmo just beat me out to pointing out 9/11.
If we lose Roe vs. Wade,
Roe v. Wade, goddammit. Roe vs. Wade.
If we lose Roe vs. Wade, 3 things will happen. 1. Women will die from backstreet abortions.
Officer Bud Russell, $5 super chat. They do realize that getting rid of Roe v. Wade doesn't stop every independent state enacting a similar law, right? Yeah, like that's essentially what it is. They're making it a state matter instead of a federal matter. Like, I don't really necessarily see a problem with that. We're just putting it back into the hands of the states. Like, if your state is okay with abortion, you can have an abortion there. So if you're in Texas, but you want an abortion, but they allow them in New York, just take your ass to New York. Shit. But it's gonna cost him money. Well, a condom only costs a few dollars, dumbass. Maybe you should have thought of that.
Because an abortion ban doesn't stop them, it just stops safe ones. 2. Miscarriages will be investigated. When abortion is illegal.
Wait. Miscarriages will be investigated. They're already investigated. It's called a diagnosis. When you have a miscarriage and you go to your doctor, they check you out to make sure what happened was a fucking miscarriage. You fucking idiot. Yeah, it's called a diagnosis. It's called an examination by your doctor, idiot. You'd be investigated like you're already investigated to make sure you've had a miscarriage. It's called going to the doctor's office. And plus, that doesn't even sound right anyway, because doctors will be able to tell whether or not you did it yourself, whether by drugs or a coat hanger, falling down the stairs, whatever. They're going to be able to tell the difference between a miscarriage and you, and you slipping down the stairs by accident. They're going to be able to tell, sweetie. The fuck you talking about? Oh, these Karens.
Abortion is illegal. Every miscarriage is investigated to make sure that a crime was not committed.
No. Like I said, they can already tell whether or not a miscarriage was a miscarriage. Whether it was a natural miscarriage or going to desperate measures. Like, they can tell already because they're doctors. And so it's pointless to just be like, oh, we're gonna be investigated, thrown in jail, because, like I said, it's impossible for you to have a miscarriage and the doctor not being able to tell how it happened. It's impossible, at least from what I understand. It sounds like that would be impossible. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Trump should have fucking banned this website when he had the chance. Rangi, $5 super chat. I hate how both sides of this issue treat a complex issue like this as though it's simple. It's all empty moralizing on both sides. True. God damn it.
And 3, abortion will still be available to the rich.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? It'll still be available to the rich. Yeah, in the states where they don't allow, in the states where they allow it. Unless you're implying that rich people will con their way into it, which is okay, valid, but what's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with what we talking about? It'll still be available to the rich. Okay. Criminal imagination. Rich connections get away with a lot of things. Yeah. Jen, that last one is kind of stupid. They were all kind of stupid, to be honest. Let's see. Let's mute that. Don't like it. Oh, god damn it. I hate that you can only rewind it when it's playing. Don't like abortion, get a vasectomy. It's like they deliberately fucking forget that condoms and birth control exist. Like it's always convenient around this subject. Because half the time they're complaining about why can't we just get birth control easier, but then when they take away the abortion thing, it's like, oh well, you get a vasectomy. How else am I supposed to prevent pregnancy? Like they totally forget. It's like a child when they're like children. Like when you threaten to take away their Halloween candy, despite them being sick to their stomach from gobbling it up, they're still begging you not to take it away from them. If I wanted politics in my vagina, I'd fuck a senator. And if you wanted protein in your vagina, you'd fuck cucumbers. Which you do regularly, but you're still fucking pudgy. And an analytical scribe, $5 super chat. Oh no, heaven forbid they live in a state that holds the same values they do. Or practice abstinence. Angry Joe is cringe. Don't see his Twitter. I don't look at his Twitter regardless. All right, what else we have? What other signs do we have? $10,000 bounty on Texas dicks. Human rights, generic shit. Officer Bud Dressel, $5 super chat. Like abortions get a hysterectomy. Sounds pretty dumb too, right? Yeah. Who's this nigga? Like, this mask thing makes me laugh because, germs are going to get caught in your beard, right? You got to cover your beard, too. Because germs get caught in your hair. But, whatever. Logic. $10,000 bounty on Texas dicks. Women don't owe you shit. All right, cross-eyed. He's got that caterpillar over his eyes that are like, he's got googly eyes. What the fuck? And he's got man boobs. Let's not get off that point. He's got a very womanly chest. So I understand why he's all about the women's rights. Oh, damn it. Look, his eyes are in two different places. And plus the face he made to bro, like, I'm gonna get so much pussy off this shit. I'm gonna get so much pussy. How he's gonna give, like, yeah, man, let's go get me all the poontang. Yeah, so, yeah, lame. Just lame. Alright, what else we got? Pose, photo shoot. Roger. Fuck that bitch. All right, hang on. Mute. Oh my god, there was a search bar here this whole fucking time. God damn it. What happens when a Supreme Court tries to take away women's rights? Ooh. I'm pretty sure this hasn't happened yet. I don't know where the hell this is. I don't know where he got this footage from with foreign country that's going through an actual revolt. I don't know where he got it from. Yeah, I'm gonna see if people in the chat can identify where some of this footage came from. Because this don't look like our country. Some of these do not look like our country. Just saying. And honestly, I don't think like Americans, at least like anyone from the Western world, is really gonna march over this shit. Because like mostly be women and very effeminate soyish men. So I just don't think the threats of violence are gonna work out in their favor. It's Poland. It looks like Poland. Poland. That was the Polish flag. There's a lot of people saying it's Poland. Poland. What else we got? Let's get someone talking.
News regarding Roe versus Wade, we now know that it will be overturned this June. A draft of the Supreme Court's decision was just leaked.
Untangle your fucking earbuds. It's gonna cause us shorts because you're putting unnecessary weight on your earbuds. Please stop doing that.
For the first time in history. And the decision states that Roe and Casey will be overturned. They would not have drafted this decision if they did not already have the vote. This means that in June, Roe versus Wade will be overturned. Currently, there are 26 states that will then move to outlaw nearly all abortion. This is your
26 out of 50. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty late. That's not that bad. 26 out of 50? Like a teensy more than half the country? And you got 26 more states where you can get your fucking abortions done. Oh, the suffering.
Friendly reminder that 3 of the justices were appointed by one man, Donald Trump. And now people across the...
Yeah, 3. 3! They were appointed by Donald Trump, and you'd think that the current president would have phased them out by now. Or you think that having liberals in charge would have stopped it, but it didn't. It didn't.
The country will lose their rights to their own bodies.
This is his fault. This is all his fault. Because he appointed the people. Like, hasn't Biden been, like, phasing out people that Donald Trump has been appointing this whole time? Why didn't he phase out them? I just find that's very strange. Joe Mackin? Orange May, take me by the hand.
We'll continue to update y'all in regards to the story. Breaking news regarding Roe versus Wade.
We'll update you on this story. Oh yeah, this is the one. You can't see it now because chat is in the way, and I can't maneuver the browser the way I want to normally. But there's this one TikTok it has this priest, and it says the Bible upholds abortion. Oh, I was like, oh yeah, that's correct. I already know. I'm not a religious person, and even I know that's bullshit. And he doesn't look like a real person. He looks like a sim. He looks like some kind of deep-faked human being. And what, you couldn't write on the poster boards? Make it a little easier? Why is there text? Why couldn't you just write? That's how you know this is not a real person. He doesn't have the hands to write. Look at him. He looks like a cult member. Look how dead his eyes are. See book numbers 51131. Upholds abortion. Oh yeah, let's shall we? Why not? The Bible 511 31. Okay. Just want to show you what I'm looking at. I'm going to read it. Oh, come on, guy, get straight. Numbers 531, King James Version. Okay. Damn. Oh, shit. look up other versions because who the hell knows? I might get it wrong. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner. And the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she not be defiled, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an of barley meal, and he shall pour no oil upon it, nor but frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord, and the priest shall take holy water in the earthen vessel, and of it just goes on and on. Okay, wait. And the priest shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, If no man hath lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness, damn it, with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man have lain with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall lay unto the woman. Oh God. It's like, what the fuck? Just be specific about what the fuck you're talking about. Because oh God, that's a lot of shit I gotta read. Hang on. But it doesn't seem like, oh, wait a minute. I might have something. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry. Among your people. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. May this water that brings a curse into your body so that your abdomen swells or your womb miscarries. Yeah, that doesn't sound like abortion to me. Then the woman is to say, Amen, so be it. The priest is to rewrite these curses on a scroll and then wash them off into the bitter water. He shall make the woman drink the bitter waters that brings the curse, and the water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering will enter her. The priest is to take from her hands the grain offering of jealousy, and the Lord bring an altar. If, however, the woman has not made herself impure but is clean, she will be cleared of all guilt. That doesn't sound like abortion to me at all. It sounds like complete horseshit. And if she is unfaithful, she will miscarry. So it seems like, it's only in support of abortion if the woman has been unfaithful. But it's like, it doesn't sound like abortion. It sounds like clearing. It sounds just like the clearing of sin or some shit. It's just like miscarriage. This like general miscarrying. I don't think it means, oh yeah, I cheated. I'm going to kill the kid. I want it out of here. Like, no, they're saying, I think it means if you sin, we're like, you're going to miscarry and get rid of the sin. At least that's what I'm reading from it. Iconadul, 199 Super Chat, the Episcopal Church, not even once. The sin of adultery. The bitter water causes. Archer, the bitter water causes a miscarriage. Dragon Bones, tests of loyalty, be loyal to your significant other. Yeah, it all just sounds very metaphorical. I don't think you were like, priest dude. I don't think you were supposed to take it literal, my dude. Yeah, so Yeah, let's move on, because that shit was a word salad. There, abortion was prescribed by men. It was not the woman's choice. But it wasn't abortion, though. It was miscarry. And I love how he's smirking like he made such a banger point. Like, no, you didn't. We just read the shit. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the Bible, not a lot of it, but like some parts are like metaphorical. And plus it literally says outright miscarry. Miscarry, not abortion. Nikki, $4.99 super chat. Imagine being a pastor and thinking the Bible supports abortion in any form. TikTok ministry. Meme frog bad. I'd bet money that's a gay man. Yeah. Zaimoku Mizu, this guy ain't even a priest. I bet money. Yeah. Anyone saying they're a fucking professional of anything is probably faking it online. Awesome girl power 476. The joke, he's totally ignoring the fact that the woman did something wrong. Yeah. Like, exactly. It would, like, ugh. But I think his point is that, like, a man did it. It wasn't the woman's choice. But see, that's the thing. Like, she cheated, and it was infidelity. Just saying. That was the woman's choice. So it was okay by men then, but not okay for women today. But you could have, like, chosen, like, would you rather have are you implying that we should have forcible abortions when chicks act like hoes? Like, are you saying that's preferable to what's going on now? What? I don't know what you're saying, my guy. Oh, I keep forgetting. Music. And let's be real about something else. We need to move beyond pro-choice versus pro-life. Okay. Personal feelings about abortion, including my conflictedness, can be respected, while keeping it safe and legal for women who choose it. Yeah, that wasn't an effect. He just made the universe collapse in on itself. But yeah, that was not abortion, my dude. That was a miscarriage. These are two different things.
Out really simply so that you can understand.
If you are pro-life for yourself but support other women's right to choose, you are still pro-choice. Speak the fuck up.
Her body, her choice. I was raped when I was 18 years old, and I had a pregnancy that resulted from that rape. I grew up my whole life fed pro-life propaganda, religious propaganda, but when it came down to it, I am so happy I had the choice when I decided to terminate that pregnancy, and it has now led me today as the woman I am, as the pro-choice advocate that I am for women. I chose to terminate that pregnancy. I do not regret it. I would never have met my husband. I would never have joined the Marine Corps. I would have had to live with the memory of my rapist every single day. People like me will not judge them regardless. People like you support legislation that would take away our choice. No one gets a...
Yeah.
If you're watching this right now and you're a pro-lifer, let me explain why perhaps your stance isn't as logical as you might think it is. But keeping in mind, I am very aware of the fact that you mean well. And I'm not trying to be condescending or anything, but the idea of pro-life actually works way better with pro-choice. Roe v. Wade legalized abortion in 1973. Between 1972 and 1974, illegal abortion procedures plummeted from 130,000 to 17,000. Deaths caused by abortion went from 39 to 5. And during Barack Obama's presidency, obviously very pro-choice, very invested in helping the systemic way that people can get abortions. Abortions went down 19.
Why don't you ever provide any proof for any of this shit? They allow 10-minute videos on TikTok now. Provide some fucking stats for this shit. Evil Hero Diamond Cat, $5 super chat. I'm going to be leaving now. I recommend making someone else a mod since there aren't any other mods here. Have a good stream. Goodbye.
To 5. And during Barack Obama's presidency, obviously very pro-choice, very invested in helping the systemic way that people can get abortions. Abortions went down 19%. I don't think anybody is not pro-life. I think even pro-choice people would much prefer a baby being born. Like, nobody's saying they prefer an abortion. But actually having health...
Yeah, there are plenty of people saying that. There are plenty of people saying that.
Systems for women to deal with things like this, and to not put themselves in a position to have an abortion, work very well under pro-choice systems. For an abortion. But actually having healthy systems for women to deal with things like this, and to not put themselves in a position to have an abortion, work very well under pro-choice systems. If you're watching this right now and you're pro-life...
That sounds like hogwash. No. See the condoms and like the contraceptives and the abstinence thing. That's actually a pro-choice thing too. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. All y'all fucking complain about is the abortion part. Officer Bud Russell, $5 super chat, because it was 100% the law and not because medical science was progressing. Oh, God damn it. Oh, this should be special.
I made myself clear. I don't think an embryo is the same thing as an actual human life that's viable outside the womb. I made that very clear. But others might have a difference of opinion. We live in a country where if you have a religious belief or you...
Oh my gosh, she's got turf bangs, the floppy titties, bad tattoos, it's all there.
Have religious values that indicate you're not allowed to have premarital sex, don't have premarital sex. Your religion tells you you're not allowed to take birth control, don't take birth control. Your religion says that you shouldn't have an abortion, don't have an abortion. But don't try to turn this country into some sort of dictatorial regime that forces your religious beliefs on people like me.
The fuck? What the fuck? Oh, look, guys, I get it. The Purge franchise was so deep and so woke. But this is fucking cringe. If you put on a Purge mask during your TikTok video, you're gonna get clowned. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's all there. Like, the Anna Kasparian clip, the Purge mask, the bad tattoos, the turf bangs, the pasty bad skin. Oh, Jesus. That's just too much. That's an overload of, like, leftist cringe.
Opinion is just leaked from the Supreme Court for the first time in modern history.
And it overturns Roe v. Wade. The 98-page draft was actually written back in February.
In it, Justice Alito is writing for the majority, and he absolutely eviscerates the prior precedent of Roe. He says Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, and its reasoning was exceptionally weak.
This is important. A lot of people were just speculating that they would chip away at Roe, but this opinion completely overrules it. Although not yet listed, sources are saying that these justices are joining Alito to give the 5 votes needed to make a majority.
But it is possible that these votes will change.
This is just the first draft that was circulated to the justice.
It's possible these votes will change if we, intimidate them enough.
It says it's their job now to critique it.
Other justices will also author dissents or counterpoints to the majority opinion, which, if compelling...
Also, this nigga looks like he belongs in a Sunny with a Chance of Meatballs. He looks like a goddamn... What studio was that? DreamWorks? He looks like a DreamWorks character. Look at this nigga. Sunny with a chance of abortion. With a chance of abortion. Oh.
Compelling enough could sway some votes.
But if the votes don't change, here's what will happen when the opinion's actually published and become...
Here comes the bullshit.
Abortions will not become universally illegal throughout the U.S. Rather, abortion laws will be left entirely up to the states.
Oh, they're telling the truth. Oh my God. They're not lying. That's amazing.
Meaning states can choose for themselves whether to criminalize or legalize abortions and what restrictions to put in place.
In progressive states like California, nothing will change at all.
But in many conservative states, abortions will become totally illegal. The draft opinion is just leaked from the Supreme Court for the first
But it's so conservative. Okay, but don't live in a conservative state. Actually, you know what? This is a great way to get fucking liberals out of Texas. Like, people living in Texas who went to Texas specifically to get away from places like LA and California, this will indefinitely get those little goblins out of your state. I can't have an abortion. Yeah, I'm out. I'll take the high taxes. I don't give a fuck. Joe Vinny the hyena, $5 super chat. The purge was deep. Yeah, as deep as a puddle of spoiled bottled water. Also, his head looks like that carrot monster. And I'm so fucking shocked that they were actually telling the truth about this, about the whole Roe v. Wade overturn thing. But like I said, now that I'm thinking about it, it could be a good way to get these motherfuckers out of southern states. They might go right back to where they came from because of this. Hang on. Don't have sex if you don't want a baby isn't an argument. A child isn't a punishment for sex, and sex shouldn't be. Well, it is a punishment for someone who doesn't want responsibility or doesn't want the responsibility of having a child. Hell yeah, it's a fucking punishment if you're out here getting frivolous fucking abortions because you don't want a baby. It's 100% a fucking, it's 100% a punishment for you. If you go to that extreme to get rid of a kid, you will definitely see a child as a punishment. Like, you talk all this shit, but like you 100% see it as a punishment. Like, get the fuck out of here. Any bitch who has a tie-dye blanket on their ceiling with unnecessary lights in the crooks of her in the crooks of her walls definitely does not want a fucking child and sees children as a punishment. She's definitely smoking pot on the weekends and doesn't want a child to get in the way of that. Come on, bruh. And sex shouldn't be used as a fear tactic. If you were really interested in limiting abortion numbers, you'd make birth control methods more accessible and change our sex ed courses, not harass women at Planned Parenthood. I thought birth control was accessible. Like, there's plenty of chicks who have birth control. The fuck you talking about? The fuck you talking about? It's accessible if you stop spending your money on coke, which I'm sure you do, judging by that face. If you stop spending your money on drugs and unnecessary lights for your room, you can afford birth control. But see, you think these motherfuckers like this are used to, you think they have the emotional capacity to follow routines? Because that's what taking birth control is all about routine. They can't follow routines. They're so fucking unfucked. The only thing they can do routinely is make fucking TikToks. That's it. Oh, is that it? Oh yeah, that's it. That's the problem. Like, it's not that birth control is not accessible. It's that having enough brain power to follow routines to take medication for you to suppress pregnancy is inaccessible. Joe Vinny the hyena, she probably smokes birth control. Chick plus? Check please. I think that's what it says. Accessible, meaning free. Yeah, that's basically like, I don't have to pay for things. Like, no, you're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, what else we got?
Civilization is going to collapse if people, and by people he means women, don't have more babies.
That's what Elon Musk said.
If women don't have more babies, and by people he means women, like, yeah, because women are people. What point were you trying to make by saying that?
Well, he means women.
Like, what point were you trying to make by specifying that?
Don't have more babies.
That's what Elon Musk said. Go watch that entire.
And that filter is rough. Jesus Christ. You like, there's Vaseline on the camera lens, and then there's peanut butter on the camera lens. This is peanut butter. Look how thick this shit is. How old are you that you need this much blur on your face? Jesus. Okay, turn that off for a second. This filter is killing me.
Stitch, it's incredibly interesting, but I find it incredibly ironic that at the same time in the United States, the Supreme Court is looking at either taking away or rolling back women and pregnant people's reproductive rights.
Pregnant people. Just say women, bro. Pregnant people. She was this close to saying birthing people. Darth Dragonborn, 199 Super Chat. He was a cartoon Kylo Ren adapted to live action. If you're talking about Elon Musk, like, ugh. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a disgrace to Elon Musk.
Via Roe v. Wade in the Supreme Court. And at the same time, Elon Musk, one of the richest people in the world, is saying that
at the same time, it ain't at the same fucking time. Look at the dates, you jerk ass. Hey, rewind that.
And
you really think people are fucking dumb? Oh wait, no, this was back in 2021. All right, never mind. December 2nd, 2021.
And at the same time.
Oh, wait a minute! This video is from December 2021. Jesus. This is some old shit.
Elon Musk, one of the richest people in the world.
But my point still stands, though. It's like, so he made a comment about this after, right around the same time, news came out about the same exact about a similar subject. So that's how people work. Oh, look at that Roe v. Wade. You know, I think we do need to have more babies so society doesn't collapse. Blah, blah, blah. You know, okay. What's your point?
World is saying that women need to basically be breeders to sustain the economy, his workforce. Kind of ironic.
What?
His workforce. Be breeders to sustain the economy, his workforce. Kind of ironic, right?
No. No. Here's one comment on the video. You can't see it, unfortunately. It says, Thempress. Oh, God. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that this infamous libertarian has chosen this moment to blame AFABs, assigned female at births, for the hypothetical collapse of society. Well, who's having the fucking babies? Who controls the sexual dynamic? Women. As soon as we say, oh, and that face, that's a face. Let's screen grab that. Anyway, who the fucking controls the shit? Who's the one who said, like, as soon as we say no, that's about it. It's a done deezy. Not saying that men don't have the option to say no to sex, but like, they rarely often do when the subject comes up. So I'm saying is, like, when it's time to fuck, like, all we gotta do is say no, and then like I said, that's it. We control the means of production. And you have the option, like I said, take birth control, all that. And if a man doesn't have a condom, well, shit, you better come equipped with that shit or tell his ass. Because here's my thing. If a guy doesn't have a condom and you're about to have sex, there is no, well, you can just pull out or nothing. Either you get the shit or you get the fuck out of my house. Either you take your ass to whatever, like Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens. I don't think that those are around anymore. Either you take your ass down there and get a 3-pack, whatever, or you just get the fuck out. Like, that's it. I'm not saying we control it wholly, but like I said, when the subject comes up, when it's time to get down to business, as soon as we say no, that's it. That's it. It's done. Why are we being held to these standards? Because you have the fucking situation. That's why. You carry the goddamn thing. I love how women, they love to be like, oh, we give birth. We're like Jesus because we could give birth to children. And then when it's time to, to take responsibility for that and the responsibility and take it and to, when it's time to really acknowledge the responsibility that comes with that. Suddenly it's like, oh, why are we being blamed? Why do we have to be because, bitch, you carry the goddamn thing.
Wait a minute. If they repeal Roe v. Wade, it's up to the states. Abortions could potentially be charged with murder. So if a state criminalizes abortion, then it can be a felony if they decide that that's the charge. Voting, traveling abroad, the right to bear arms, jury service, employment in certain fields, public social benefits and housing, parental benefits. You can't volunteer for a nonprofit. You can't adopt a child. You won't qualify for food stamps, public housing, SSI, grants, school financial aid, government benefits. You can't hold public office. Parental, the right to bear arms, jury can be a felony if they decide that that's the charge. Voting, traveling abroad. So if a state criminalizes abortion, then it can be a felony if they decide that that's the charge. Voting, traveling abroad, the right to...
Oh, if I commit a crime, if I become a felon, I can't do certain things. Did you not know this? I don't know anything past, unless it has something to do with abortion. I have no idea what things are.
To bear arms, jury service, employment in certain fields, public social benefits and housing, parental benefits. You can't volunteer for a nonprofit. You can't adopt a child.
Oh, analytical scribe. Oh, no, not the food stamps. BC, like she gives a crap about the Second Amendment. Yeah. This other comment. Okay. Analytical scribe. Oh, the scary music. Totally not manipulative.
Child. You won't qualify for food stamps, public housing, SSI, grants, school financial aid, government benefits. You can't hold public office. Apartments can refuse to rent to you.
Yeah. When you're a felon, you can't do things that everyone else can. Duh.
Mortgage loan applications ask you about criminal history. You can't travel outside the U.S. Fee for just expunging the conviction is over $1,000 alone. And a lawyer near me charges $450 an hour to expunge a felony. Wait a minute.
That's if that would be criminalized. Just if it's criminalized. I don't think, except maybe a couple states, but I don't think any state would be dumb enough to make it 100% illegal.
Kavanaugh, Trump appointee and guy at the bar who insists he's totally fine to drive. Well, he emphasized the view that overturning the right to abortion would actually be the neutral position because it is neither pro-life nor pro-choice, but simply leaves the issue up to the states. And I have to admit, guys, that argument actually makes a lot of sense. Why should there be one abortion law for the entire country? I mean, people in Alabama and people in California have very different views on this, so maybe it should be different in different states. Although, when you think about it, there are also differences in different parts of each state. So really, the law should be by county. You know what I mean? That would be better. They should say red county.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Because we're talking about politicians running the entire states. And usually, like in red states, there's a reason why we have red states and blue states, because they're mostly run by people who are either red or blue. Like, you're talking about the people, like, if you don't want to be in a red state or adhere to the values of red state, don't live in a fucking red state. Don't fucking live there. But what about different counties? Like, get the fuck... Let me tell you something. That shit does not matter. Coming from someone who lives in Cook County of Illinois, it doesn't really matter. Like, damn, Trevor, no, you were almost onto something, and then you started talking more shit. It's like, it's just very commonplace for him. This is also in a very old video, too. But like, I think it's still relevant. Analytical scribe, county lines. It means so you verify them up so they can stay blue. Mary Winchester. Oh, no, wait, no. It was Charlie Brewster. So he wants us to have a huge fragmented law system, apparently. Jake Bobbin-Wright, he was so close and then started talking that BS. Zaimoku Mizu, you live in Cook County? How are you alive? Yeah. I don't even know, to be honest. JTS, hey, I used to live in Cook County. Well, I'm glad you've escaped.
Counties in a blue state can ban abortion, but blue counties in a red state can allow abortion. I mean, that seems fair, right?
No. No. I mean, yeah, they have mayors, different mayors, governors. They have different mayors and governors in different counties. Or is it like, oh God. No, I don't know. They don't. At least I don't think they do. I'm so rusty on this shit. Oh God. But I don't think they have different governors and shit for different counties. Or do they? Oh God. Like I said, I'm rusty on this shit, guys. Mr. N, no, they don't. Snake Guy, I think you have county representatives. Zaimokumizu, counties kind of bleed together. It was like, yeah, I think it would cause an extreme kerfuffle.
Yeah, it's up to the states, but make it up to the counties.
Like, how many fucking blue people would be living, like, how many counties of blue people in red states would there be exactly? I don't think there'd be that many.
Well, except actually sometimes you have urban and rural areas sharing a county, so maybe it should be at the level of the city or the town. Yeah, no, wait. What if each house, oh yes, each house could have its own rule. Yeah, this makes sense, right? Because the neighbors, they don't always agree with each other, but in the house, within the house, people have different opinions. You know what? What if each person made their own rule? Like each person.
Yes. So that person can choose to get the fuck out of a red state and go to a blue state and get an abortion. Very easy, Trevor. This is so easy. And they can also make the choice to put on a fucking condom. You fucking idiot.
Person could decide for themselves what they could do with their own. Shit, people, I figured it out. Yo, get me a taxi to the Supreme Court. You know,
Oh, God, this is so dumb. Because you could say that, like I said, about using contraceptives or moving to a blue state to begin with. That's also a personal choice you could fucking make, but, you know, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
Millions of women across the state of Texas will wake up this morning to a near total ban on abortion. As of this very moment, if your doctor finds a fetal heartbeat, you cannot get an abortion. There is no exception for rape.
Controversial
There is
Texas
no
law
exception
that
for
bars
incest.
abortions at 6 weeks went into effect Wednesday after the Supreme Court made it a federal. So yeah, this has been worked on for a while, maybe around 2020, that they were planning on doing this. So it's kind of funny that people sat on their asses and just waited to complain about it now and picket. But yeah, it's Texas. I don't think a lot of the chicks out there are too sad.
Incest, and if the doctor goes ahead with it anyway, they say, let's just give it a try, that doctor risks getting sued in court for up to 10 grand, not
Joe Vinny the Hyena, $5 super chat. Excuse me. The only smartest thing Trevor ever said is the script for the Uber Eats ad. Oh, the Uber Eats ad.
not by the government, but by any random person on the street who simply doesn't like it. And it's not just the doctor that performs the abortion, it's the staff, it's anyone who might help pay for the abortion, even a Lyft driver. Millions of...
Oh, and the hashtag. It sounds like... Oh, no, wait, no, the caption. Like, there's the caption for the video is like, sounds like that Hulu show y'all obsess over, and then it's hashtag Handmaiden's Tale. It's like, oh, God. Like, it's just like when people, oh my God, Trump is like Voldemort. It's like, can you please stop comparing shit to whatever fictional thing that you were obsessed with at the moment? For the love of God, can you stop it? It's so embarrassing.
Why is it that whenever there's like an abortion restriction or ban or something, all these pro-life people,
oh, you need noise reduction,
people start like celebrating, and I specifically see all these people being like, finally these babies will be born into this world. Like, what are you not getting? I don't want to have a baby.
Don't get nutted in. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard to not get nutted in, guys. It really isn't. It's not difficult. And with the way these same chicks always complain about mediocre men or low value men, you'd think that they'd be on board with just, I don't know, rejecting men for sex and just masturbating or just using a condom whenever they want to poke them, you know, because like, ew, men, right? But no, they just
it's not like
they're just so eager. They hate men so much, but they're so eager to have them spread their population paste inside them. It's like, make up your mind. Officer Bud $5 super chat. Love the unintended misogyny of boiling all women's rights down to whether they can abort or not.
I'm gonna like, you're gonna ban abortion. I'll be like, oh, guess I'm gonna have the baby. I'm not having the fucking baby. If I was not committed to not having a baby, I wouldn't get an abortion. I'm not having a baby. I don't think you understand this. The abortion's just like the safest, easiest way to go about not having the baby.
You got circles around your eyes. You got circles around your eyes like Uncle Fester. What the fuck? Iconoduel, $4.99 super chat. Yes, pro-life people celebrate that more women will not be able to murder their children legally, even if they really want to. Busnut 33. I just love to come inside for tea. I mean, I can tell by your username that, yeah.
I will poison myself. I will put myself through any number of injuries if I have to.
Oh, damn. What did this bitch say?
It's just like the safest, easiest way to go about not... I'm not having a baby. I don't think you understand this. The abortion's just like the safest, easiest way to go about not having the baby. I will poison myself. I will put myself through any...
This fucking zombie was like, I don't have a baby, so if you restrict me, I'm going to poison myself. Oh, you're going to hurt yourself? Or you're going to possibly end yourself? In protest of people who don't really give a shit about you? Like, yeah, you really you showed them? Mr. N, $10 super chat. What about people getting forced to have sex? They can't choose. It's like siding with the lesser of two evils here. Like, oh, I will kill myself if I'm forced to have a baby. Okay, bye. I wish I had that soundbite from 976 Evil. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Hang on a sec. Come on, where is it? Oh, there's just one little soundbite I want to get from it, and I can't find it. Oh, I hate this because I could have swore I found it at some point. Oh! Oh, never mind. I found it. Oh, I found it. Okay, so let's rewind what the hell she said, because I want this to line up perfectly.
I'm not having a baby. I don't think you understand this. I'm not committed to not having a baby. I wouldn't get an abortion. I'm not having a baby. I don't think you understand this. The abortion's just like the safest, easiest way to go about not having the baby. I will poison myself. I will put myself through any number of injuries if I have to.
Damn it!
If it comes,
that didn't line up the way I thought it would. Shit!
Don't pick up the phone.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, well, it was supposed to say bye-bye, but it's really fuzzy. It was supposed to line up perfectly, and it just didn't. Whatever. You got the feel of that. Mr. Thickween, $2 super chat. Jay, have some fun bucks. Buy yourself a can of lib tears. Seeing if I missed any. Lieutenant Otaku, $5 super chat. Hey, JL, stuck at work but wanted to drop a dono. While I had the chance. Thank you. Sailor Mercury, was that Freddy? No, but ironically, the guy who played Freddy directed that film, so. I will poison myself if I have, like, oh god.
if it comes to it, I would literally rather die than like grow a baby inside of my body and carry it to term. And you're like, oh, the wonders of motherhood. No, it's like it's the most horrifying experience I could imagine. I'm not having a baby. I don't know what about that is not getting through to you.
Like, if you're that afraid, then just use a condom. Or birth control. But like I said, you're so cum hungry. I just have to have a man nut inside me because I like to feel like the thought of not having skin on skin contact gives me anxiety. Like, you can just not get nutted in, and it's just as simple as that. But so you're not going to do that. You're going to go to the most extreme, the most extreme option you could possibly pick. It kind of reminds me of No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home. Sit down. I have a perfectly good explanation. It It's like when Peter, all he had to do was go to the admissions person or the dean and explain that he was framed by Mysterio, or at least just make the case that, yeah, I am a good person. Don't punish me or my friends. Like, let us go to your college. But then instead he goes to fucking Doctor Strange and says, could you please rearrange the fucking universe so my friends can go to fucking college? Which was the dumbest shit. And then Doctor Strange letting him, like, it's just stupid. Just stupid all the way around. I can't stand that movie. But anyway, enough of that. It's like that. Like, you pick the most extreme thing you could possibly think of instead of thinking, maybe it's this simple. You know what I mean? David Nice, $10 super chat. The movie, as good as it gets, nails these current day feminists when Melvin Udall, oh my God, Melvin Udall described how he wrote women so well. I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability, basically. The Laughing Cavalier. I'll poison myself if you try to impregnate me, Spider-Man. Oh, that's funny. Not important. They made Doctor Strange so out of character. True. Mr. N, $5 super chat. Either that or she could just swing the other way to avoid a good time. You feel me? Yeah. Albatross, $5 super chat. More and more, I'm noticing this trend of women being absolutely revolted by the idea of motherhood, family, all because it's edgy or trendy. I understand being freaked out by carrying a kid, but like I said, there's a way to do that, to avoid carrying a kid. There's a way. Same chick as before.
Dance with me, dance.
While Republican politicians are working to ban abortion. Abortion. So you're handing out Plan B, okay? All right. But see, that's an option besides actually getting an abortion. So Republicans, you're saying that conservatives and Republicans are working to overturn Roe v. Wade, and that what's the word? And that motivated you to come up with a different choice for abortion besides flat out fucking abortion. It's almost like conservatives putting like overturning Roe v. Wade is bringing in better options. But no, let's just not think about that for a minute. Let's just not think about it. Don't think about it.
But shouldn't be.
Hundreds of thousands of viable embryos are destroyed or donated to scientific research every year by couples who are getting IVF treatments. But you won't hear conservatives bitching about that because they just want to make sure you can't have an abortion.
Say something that is controversial but shouldn't be.
Hundreds of thousands of viable embryos are destroyed or donated to scientific research every year by couples who are getting IVF treatments. But you won't hear conservatives bitching about that because they just want to make sure you can't have an abortion.
Say something.
Okay, I don't know if there's any proof of that. But if that's true, then yeah, hypocritical. Iconadool, 199 super chat. Justice Thomas, am I a joke to you? Crest of Honor, that's not really the same thing. Nara 007, $5 super chat. Never forget Spider-Man had radioactive semen that one time. Look at that Chad face. David Nice, do they complain about the selling of fetuses and baby body parts? Possibly not, no. Mark Alcatraz, embryos and fertilized eggs are not the same thing. I'm getting all this old shit. Where's the new shit?
The law The Justice Department has filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas. Our position is set out in detail in our complaint. Its basis is as follows. SB 8 bans nearly all abortions in the state after 6 weeks of pregnancy, before many women even know they are pregnant, and months before a pregnancy is viable. It does so even in cases of rape, even know they are pregnant. SB 8 bans nearly all abortions in the state after 6 weeks of pregnancy, before many women even know they are pregnant, and months before.
How are you getting an abortion if you don't know you're pregnant? Like, if they don't know that they're pregnant at that stage, then they wouldn't be getting an abortion at that stage. It's bad before they don't even know they're pregnant. They got to know they're pregnant. Like, okay. How are you going to ban something that they don't know they're pregnant yet? I don't know why that was pointed out. I don't know. I just think it's weird.
Or a pregnancy is viable. It does so even in cases of rape, sexual abuse, or incest. And it further prohibits any effort to aid the doctors who provide pre-viability abortions or the women who seek them. The act.
Did that lawsuit ever pan out? Hang on a second, because I want to find the newer versions of these, because I know there's got to be plenty of them at this point. Let's try the abortion tag. Hang on a second. Rape in Michael Rappaport. Rape in Texas. Who cares? This sounds like something Michael Rappaport would say under certain circumstances. Damn it. This is also from a year ago. Damn it.
Houston, we got a problem. Texas, we have an entire fucking problem. You guys are on some Taliban shit.
Texas is on some Taliban shit. Like, there's nothing worse than a fucking belligerent motherfucker from the East Coast talking. Just that accent. The motherfucker clearly has no idea what the hell they're talking about. You're like the fucking Taliban. Like, what the hell are you talking about, Michael? This motherfucker has a taste for black women and thinks he knows everything now. Like, I get it. Our pussy can be very informative. It can really open up your third eye. But shut the fuck up. Mr. N. Hey, watch it, Jay. Or a Master DX. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, Collins, how privileged of him to even compare the situation to that. White men can't pump. Let's continue. But this is going to get bad.
You just allowed a law by the Supreme Court that takes away abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. That's well before many women, especially girls, young girls, even know they're fucking. Young girls? Why would you?
Before young girls whom I fuck regularly. Not an accusation. It's just a funny observation. Because like I said, usually the dudes who complain about this are probably one of those motherfuckers who will convince a woman to get an abortion. Because his ass didn't know how to wrap it up. Not applicable. $2 super chat. This guy's face reminds me of a goat's hoof. By the Supreme Court. Simon Kumisu, by the Supreme Court. Danny Claw, why are people against birth control? Why? Amy Daniel, young girls. Young Goyles. Yeah, why would you say that? Because if anything, like, young girls should not be getting abortions in the first fucking place. It's not the 1950s where you have very religious parents and they'll say they'll kick you out of the house if you get pregnant. It's not. We're not in that genre of America anymore. Joe Vinny the Hyena, $5 super chat. If only there was a device that can predict a pregnancy before 6 months. Man, something like that is a pipe dream. Oh, WI underscore. Funny like a clown. Do I amuse you? Red Rose Spark. Are You Lost, Baby Girl? Also, 365 Days has a sequel. Yeah, I know. And there might be a reaction of that coming up one of these days. I'm going to film one with my guys, my usual guys. You know what I mean. You know who I'm talking about. Burst Angel, Carl, and Jack. I don't think he's going to make it, unfortunately. And a couple other guys, too. You might recognize them, you know. And, look out for that pretty soon. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a reaction for that. And I expect the baby girl jokes to ramp up exponentially. Anyway. Oh, shit.
Fucking pregnant. The law allows private citizens to sue abortion providers.
Abortion?
To anybody who helps a woman obtain an abortion. What the fuck kind of Taliban shit is this?
Taliban. Like, how has pronunciation just fluctuates?
Okay? The law makes no exceptions for rape and incest. You sick fucks you. You sick fucks you. Aren't these red states?
I mean, like, the non-exception for, like, rape and incest is funky as hell. But other than that, like,
Aren't you Texas people down there, the ones who are like, my body, my choice about the vaccine?
That's not, like, I love how, because if you make that point now, 1 year later, well, not 1 year later, but like nearly a year later, when this shit comes back up, and make the same point, like, oh, like, my body, my choice, that wasn't a thing when we were getting the vaccination and shit. Y'all didn't care when we were getting the vaccination and shit. Then they would tell you to shut the fuck up. As if that's not a good point. Even though it is. But now this motherfucker's using it as a point. I'm like, bruh. This isn't force. It's in one state. It's not everywhere. And on top of that, if you use contraceptives, you won't have this problem. Like I said, the rape and incest thing is some funky shit. I don't remember how this turned out. Because, like I said, this was a year ago. Desperado J, hasn't it been a year? Like, yeah, it has. And I forgot how this played out. Arthur Engelbert, has Jay reacted to any TikToks by OBGYNs by any chance? I wondered, since I wouldn't be surprised if there are some, especially when there was plenty from the Texas ban. Yeah, I think I might come across it pretty soon.
You're not going to make us get the vaccine, but you want to take away women's right?
Women's right? Can you please script this shit a little bit before you start talking?
But you want to take away women's right to get an abortion? You motherfuckers, you sick fucks you prehistoric sick fuck Bible thumping motherfuckers you.
And like any older guy who goes on rants like this on a app specifically for kids, like, you gotta wonder what the hell's going on here too.
Who's gonna pay for all these unwanted children? Guys?
Who's gonna pay for all these unwanted children? Because it ain't gonna be me. This motherfucker has so many unwanted children out there. Who's gonna pay for all these fucking bastards? Who's gonna pay for all these prom night dumpster babies?
Pay for all these unwanted children. Guys, in Texas, one night.
Like when you, I think that's the state, when you put them up for adoption. I don't know.
Stands are about to get really expensive for some of you motherfucking beer drinking, shit kicking, bar going motherfuckers in Texas. Houston, we got a problem.
Oh, he's such like a waste. I don't know what happened to him. Ugh. Hang on. I'm trying to look for the most recent. I hate Twitter. Not Twitter. I hate Twitter too. But I hate TikTok because there is absolutely no way to filter this shit out by date. It's so annoying. Oh. Oh no. Let's take a look at this one.
You don't know why people's doing what they're doing, but you want to be out here judging.
Doing what they're doing.
I agree with what they're saying. I agree. I agree. I agree.
Oh God. Fuck.
What they're saying. It's wrong what you're doing. You don't know why people's doing what they're doing, but you want to be out here judging and then filming. And I just heard that woman there, that same woman that said, I had an abortion. You're a hypocrite. You're a big hypocrite. You had an abortion, but because you're not happy with what you're doing, you're standing out here making other people feel guilty. And like I said, many people have been abused. You don't know what their reasons for. So I think this is so wrong on so many levels. And you're a liar because I heard her tell you, turn off the camera. So be honest, man. Be real with the people. Because as soon as they see that on you, you make women, and like I just said, you don't know if they've got money. There was a baby on the news that got found in the fucking bin, yeah? Maybe if their mum didn't feel away because of people like you, that baby wouldn't have died in a bin. Whether you think it's better to get rid of them at 10 weeks or for them to actually go through the birth and then kill that child, I think it's better then. Simple as. And I think it's right what you're doing. Make them I agree with what they're saying. It's wrong what you're doing.
It's not that bad. It's very mid in terms of cringe, but what the fuck? Ugh. Because, yeah, the Roe v. Wade thing.
Wait a minute.
Simple in terms of, like, organizing the videos.
If you live in the United States and you have... Wait a minute. If you...
Oh, shut up.
If you live in...
Yeah, you know what? I didn't watch the original video, so let's...
In the United States and you have a uterus, you're gonna want to hear this. Your reproductive rights are in danger as we fucking speak. I seriously cannot believe that this is actually going on and no one...
Oh, this is 2021 again.
One's talking about it. As I am making this video, the Supreme Court is hearing a case that is going to challenge Roe v. Wade. The only thing that we have left that is keeping us having our reproductive rights. This case...
This is the only way we can have reproductive rights. Not, like, you know, birth control or anything. And when I say birth control, I mean, like, all kinds. Because I can't stand saying birth control and condoms, so I'm just going to say birth control to cover everything. Mackie Sky, $5 super chat. Sounds like they want Civil War division lines back. Also, happy Mother's Day to the Longs family and everyone else. Oh, thank you. Absent intelligence, the only thing.
Which came from Mississippi, is going to ban abortions that go past 15 weeks and possibly even further condemn and imprison women who have abortions or even miscarry. I do not have a very high amount of people that are looking at me right now. How fucking ever. If you have a uterus and you are watching this right now, you need to understand something. If the Supreme Court turns this into a law and you get pregnant and miscarry before 15 weeks, they can throw you in jail. This is not a joke.
They can throw you in jail. Overturning it does not automatically mean it will be criminalized everywhere, you idiot. Just leaves the decision down to the state. But see, that's the thing. They think automatically just because it's being left to the state means it's like, oh, it's going to be Handmaid's Tale all over again. It's like, no. Like, fucking relax.
So the thing about Kim's Met Gala dress, which Marilyn...
This was 9 hours ago. What is this? Like, what the fuck does Kim Kardashian have to do with this?
So the thing about Kim's Met Gala dress, which Marilyn Monroe originally wore when she sang Happy Birthday, Mr. President to JFK, is that she only got to wear it for a matter of minutes.
Like, imagine being that glamorous and walking around with a fucking newt like Pete Davidson. Like, he clashes with your outfit, girl. Get rid of him.
According to Vogue, Kim left her hotel in a dressing room, hopped in a fitting room by the Met Gala steps that was made just for her, and was helped into a dress by a conservationist. She changed into a replica of the dress when she climbed the stairs. Kim noted that she lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit into this dress, which might...
What? Are you honestly showing this shit while talking about abortion? Now I gotta stop and read this shit. This is so distracting. It's not even like... Last night during the Met Gala, Politico published a leaked draft decision stating that the Supreme Court would vote to strike down Roe v. Wade, the 1973 Supreme Court case that protected a person's right to an abortion, a woman's right to an abortion. Okay, still same shit. While abortion is still currently legal, an overturning of Roe will allow states to enact protections for or repeal abortion rights. Yeah, it leaves it into the hands of the states. At least be more transparent than that, instead of just fear mongering.
Kim left her hotel dressing room, hopped in a fitting room.
These 13 states have already passed trigger laws, which would automatically instate an abortion ban if Roe is overturned. So yeah, 13 out of 50. Wow.
By the Met Gala steps that was made just for her and was helped into a dress.
Donate to abortion funds, which help arrange and pay for patients who need
by a
it.
conservationist.
What is that going to do if it's overturned?
She changed into a replica of the dress when she climbed.
The abortion pill, mifepristone? I don't know. Fuck. Is still available by mail in person.
On the stairs. Kim noted that she lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks.
And remember, this decision will disproportionately impact Black and brown folks in low-income communities. Oh, I love the low-key racism here. Because you know those darkies are the main ones getting abortions because they just cannot stop procreating. The low-key racism here. Many people will not be able to afford long-distance trips to get an abortion and will instead resort to unsafe and potentially... Because you could have just said low-income communities and just said it wouldn't be... They won't be able to afford to go stateside, like to go across country or whatever to get an abortion. But no, you had to be like, oh, the Black and brown people... Like, are you saying that's synonymous with being poor or synonymous with abortions? Because... Anyway, potentially cannot be able to afford long-distance trips to get an abortion and will instead resort to unsafe and potentially deadly options to terminate their pregnancy.
To fit into this dress, which, might we remind you, is not a healthy weight loss goal or one to aspire to achieve for any reason. So,
yeah, whatever, that's it. Cosmopolitan thinks they're clever. Basically, they used some Kim Kardashian shit to bring awareness to the abortion thing, but both topics are just as equally vapid as each other. So yeah, they kind of cancel each other.
This
out.
video is for anybody who thinks that women shouldn't be able to make their own decisions about what they do with their own bodies. Ooh, that horse is high. My body's not your cry.
No. Ah! Let's rewind it.
This video is for anybody who thinks that women shouldn't be able to make their own decisions about what they do with their own bodies. Ooh, that horse is high. My body's not your cry. Who give you the right?
She can't sing or shit, by the way, even with all the technology in the world. Ah! Iconadool 199 super chat. Margaret Sanger has entered the chat. Stop it, Jay! Stop! Oh, Cracker Jack said ContraPoints?
To fuck with mine, did I miss something? Who died and
That's so fucking cringe. That rhyming scheme. Stop it!
to fuck with mine, did I miss something? Who died and made you king? And who gave you the right to fuck with mine?
Comment if I should finish this. No, you should stop. And never sing again. Never! In fact, hang on. Let's check up on her. Because the Roe v. Wade thing really plateaued recently. So let's see if let's see what happened. Is that literally her latest fucking video?
Video is for anybody who thinks that women shouldn't be able to make their own
Is this the same video and she just reposted it 3
decisions
hours
about
ago?
what they do with their own bodies. Ooh, that horse is high. My body's not your cry. Who gave you the right?
I'm gonna cap this and I'm gonna have someone caption it in like in the above space. Something Roe v. Wade something Roe v. Wade related. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Shit. Fucking browser. Alright, hang on a sec. I will undo it in a sec. I just need to do a thing. Oh, wait, let me answer a DM right quick. I'll get back to it. Okay, let's get back to it. Not applicable, $2 super chat. She looks like she barely dodged the forceps herself. BW Estacado, Lamau, horse girls are weird people, man. Oh, God. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, she's corny. I don't know what the hell was up with that.
So now that there's a Supreme Court vacancy and Roe v. Wade is at risk, here is something you may not know about Roe v. Wade. So in the 70s, Roe sued the government for her right to have an abortion. But that court case took 3 years before it was settled and abortion was legalized. So she had that baby. If I was that baby, I would be very pissed off. Because her mom...
What? Oh, my mother didn't abort me. I'm so pissed off, man. Now that's a take if I ever heard one. That is a take. Holy shit. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading a thing. But anyway, what? Oh my God! If I was her kid, I would be so pissed. Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? That is the most nonsensical fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Really did not want to have her. Like, no one has. So she had that baby. If I was that baby, I would be very pissed off.
And plus, he said if I was that baby, not if I was that child. Not if I was that person. Like, you know, assuming they're probably, they're grown by now. But, like not, you expect the baby to be angry? You expect the baby to have a fucking concept of abortion? Like, no. Why would the baby be angry? I don't, so fucking dumb. Not applicable, $2 super chat. Roe regretted her suit and became pro-life, by the way.
Because her mom really did not want to have her. Like, no one has ever tried harder not to have a baby. She was like, I don't want to have this baby, and I want to set legal precedent. Even after she had the baby, she kept going. She was like, this baby...
Oh, okay. He's saying, like, the baby... If I was a baby, I'd be pissed that my mother didn't want to have me. I guess that's what he's saying. But it was so weird the way he worded that. Don't say the baby, say the kid. Because then it just stings an image in my head of like a baby raging and raging at the mother, making full sentences like, you bitch, you nearly killed me.
To know. She probably brought the baby to the Supreme Court. The baby's crying in the corner. They're like, can you shut that baby up? She was like, I wish. That's why we're here. In a way, that baby is kind of like reverse Jesus. Like, it lived so they could die. So now that
I think this is more like a comedy thing. I'm going to give that a like. Because you think he's going to go on some kind of leftist rant, but it's really just like a funny bit. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. Okay. Nathan Pattinson, 199 super chat. Mama J, thanks for the laughs. We love you and your humor. Thank you. XSL, $2 super chat. Read up on later Roe's regret. Yeah, I've already heard about that, actually. I didn't know about her becoming pro-life, though. Wifin, Poe, or that dumb? It's probably Poe, I think. I think dude was taking the piss. Okay, this one was 21 hours ago. Thank you. Finally. It's not about control, it's about the baby. How is it not about power and control? They're using a fetus as a proxy. When they criminalize abortion, they're criminalizing miscarriages. No, they're not! It's not the same. People can fucking tell the difference between artificially killing a kid and taking it out of the body and a fucking miscarriage. Do you really think doctors are that goddamn stupid? They can tell! They can tell! You moron! Oh, Jesus, Lord. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Just making sure my stream quality is still good, and it is. So let's get out of that. They can tell whether or not something is a miscarriage or an abortion. Or an illegal abortion. Like, they can excuse me, they can fucking tell, you idiots. People won't seek the aftercare they need for miscarriage or incomplete one for fear of persecution. Anti-abortion laws disenfranchise a large voter group, women and any other person with a uterus, and also make it so that women will have a harder time becoming employed because no jobs want ex-cons. Y'all only care about that shit now? Now that it's a bunch of fucking women not be able to get abortion, now y'all care about ex-cons not having access to jobs. Okay. Thus forcing women to become reliant on men again. Half of y'all are relying on men. How many of you bitches got fucking OnlyFans? You are very reliant on men right now. Christians preach, I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. She must be silent. 1 Timothy 2:12. Oh, this is a bunch of horse shit. They're just gonna put you in prison if you have a miscarriage. Like, what? You are retarded.
So I'm sure by now you've all heard about this. And yes, this is an unequivocally bad thing, but it's worse than you think. Most of the conversation on Roe v. Wade is going to be focused.
Oh, what the fuck? You got a soul patch and purple eyeshadow. What the fuck?
On reproductive rights. There's a reason for that, because it's got a lot more potential effects than just that, even though that's bad enough. Roe v. Wade is based on the right to privacy. If the majority opinion by SCOTUS suggests that the Constitution does not protect the right to privacy, that affects a whole lot of other decisions. The reason they're keeping this focused on abortion rights is that, look, there's lots of people who are religious, and even though the Bible doesn't say anything about it, don't get me started, this has...
Is that a guillotine? Are those guillotine earrings? I think that is. Those are some pretty dangerous earrings you got on. Like, what happens when you try to take them off, you jackass?
Way more potential effects than just that, because it's about privacy. What other rights have been linked to privacy? Let's look. The Roe ruling could open the door for criminalizing homosexuality.
Why? Like, how? I love how you don't fucking explain this shit. Court used the right to privacy to determine it's unconstitutional to punish people for committing sodomy. The Roe ruling could open the door for criminalizing. You're not explaining shit. You're kind of just saying things. I can't stand this shit. I can't stand that that's a prerequisite for TikTok. It's just to be as vague as possible. You're not even saying shit. You're not saying how these two things connect.
Criminalizing homosexuality. The ability to buy contraceptives. The case which threw out laws banning interracial marriages was decided based on the right to privacy. And many others. If you think this doesn't affect you, you're very wrong. So I'm sure by now you've all heard about this. And yes.
Hey, let's watch that again. Maybe I missed the explanation.
An unequivocally bad thing, but it's worse than you think. Most of the conversation on Roe v. Wade is going to be focused on reproductive rights.
Because that's what it's centered around?
It's got a lot more potential effects than just that, even though that's bad enough. Roe v. Wade is based on the right to privacy. If the majority opinion by SCOTUS suggests that the Constitution does not protect the right to privacy, that affects a whole lot.
You know damn well this is specifically about abortion. Stop trying to twist the shit.
A lot of other decisions. The reason they're keeping this focused on abortion rights is that, look, there's lots of people who are...
And plus, our privacy has been secondary to everything else for a long fucking time now. It's funny how y'all want to care about privacy now.
Religious and...
But when people wanted privacy when it came to their vaccination status, suddenly that wasn't a fucking thing. You had to show your papers. And if you didn't want to disclose your vaccination status, suddenly that was a bad thing. But now suddenly y'all want to care about privacy. Okay.
And even though the Bible doesn't say anything about it, don't get me started, this has way more potential effects than just that, because it's about privacy. What other rights have been linked to privacy? Let's look. The Roe ruling could open the door for criminalizing homosexuality. The ability to buy contraceptives.
Is this Roe v. Wade thing goes south? We can't be gay. This sounds like such horse shit. Yeah, that's enough of that. This is such bullshit. Oh, I hate the fact that you can't see a fucking date on these things. Hang on, let me go back to like 100%. Maybe I can see him. Nope. Still can't see him.
I personally have started to compile websites that offer mail order medication for those who need it inside the US, but I want people to understand that Roe v. Wade is not the end game. They're aiming to upend our constitutional right to privacy because upending
this is another one of these.
Griswold versus Connecticut will open them up to upending gay marriage, interracial marriage, religious freedom, civil rights cases.
Religious freedom? Like the GOP conservatives, they're all about that religious freedom. Because they themselves are always pimping religion. Unless you're saying only brown religions, which I have to say, no, because a lot of brown people are either Catholic, Christian, Protestant, all that shit. There's plenty of those. So it gets kind of murky once you start like separating religion by race, if that's what you're talking,
etc. Like when I'm telling you they want small government, they want small government and they want control. Birth control could be banned if Griswold versus Connecticut is overturned. So
I don't think it'll be banned. Keep in mind that like banning birth control, and that would definitely cause some back alley abortions.
Please understand that Roe v. Wade is just one peg in the long.
And notice how she, like the other motherfucker, did not explain a goddamn thing. They just said, "Oh, y'all know this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen." Like, okay, but how's it gonna happen? And they don't explain a goddamn thing. It's so annoying.
Men out there who think that the Roe versus Wade decision is.
Stop gelling your hair. You don't look good. You look like a fucking Cartoon Network character. Colin Green, I think that says, isn't small government counter to control? Don't tell them that. Shh. One man show. Simple alert. Yeah. Like you look like a Cartoon Network character. What the fuck? Like your Jimmy Neutron looking ass.
Is not a problem for you or something that you don't have to speak up about. So this one's for all the men out there who think that the Roe versus Wade decision is not a problem for you or something that you don't have to speak up about. Roe v. Wade was codified on the idea of the right to privacy. So another,
like, people just keep, and this was 10 hours ago. This is the new one. This is the new TikTok on this subject, and they're still pimping out this right to privacy.
Another law that followed that was also codified on the right to privacy was your right to contraception. So have fun getting your condoms in a back alley truck stop again.
There's no way that's going to happen, because that would be counterproductive to stopping abortions. It's all the right to like. It's just like, let's just pick out some fucking. Let's just make up some bullshit. Because like, for one thing, the end game is always abortion. They don't give a fuck about all the other shit. They just want to stop people from having abortions. You think they want to stop people from having condoms and shit? Like, no. They want that to continue. They're not that fucking dumb. But anyway, yeah, let's just point out some bullshit that's probably not even relevant, and let's use that to get a quick own on TikTok. It's so fucking pathetic, especially that he's holding a cup of cocoa or yoo-hoo or whatever the fuck. Just makes him look even more emasculated somehow.
Also, if you're queer, the law to
like me and my
to make sodomy legal, aka same-sex, sex.
Well, sodomy, men and women can also commit sodomy, right? That's still it can also be considered a heterosexual thing, but whatever.
Also on the right to privacy, and Obeserfeld, which is
how the fuck would anyone know you're actually fucking other people, that you're committing sodomy? Like, how would people keep track of that?
Only 7 years old, which was the right to same-sex marriage, also on the right to privacy. So yeah, this is a very historic moment and a very big problem for basically every minority except for cis white men. So this one's for all the men out
except
there
for cis white men. So there aren't any gay cis white men? You just fucking implied there's no gay cis white men who commit sodomy. Because what do you say, like, gay shit?
And Obeserfeld, which is only 7 years old, which was the right to same-sex marriage, also.
Yeah, cis white men, same-sex marriage is also a thing.
Truck stop again.
Like, I love how, like, he points this shit, like, for one thing, he says, men, you're gonna have to listen up because this does involve you, but then says, right at the end, cis white men, like, yeah, you're not gonna be affected by this. Which is it? It's like you had to get that last dig in, like, with your stupid ass. You can't even keep your fucking argument straight. What else we got? I just wish these fucking videos would have the dates. Oh, wait, here's one that's recent.
4 things I want you to know. First, this is unprecedented. The Supreme Court.
You could be fucking your girlfriend right now. You're doing this. It's very telling. He's out here being a TikTok simp instead of fucking his girlfriend. I just think that's funny.
Is very secretive. The fact that this is leaked is a big deal as a matter of Supreme Court jurisprudence and precedent setting. Number 2, this decision is not final. The judges can basically change their mind till the very last minute. That's exactly what happened with the Obamacare case years ago when Roberts switched sides. Number 3, if this goes through, abortion doesn't go away completely. It becomes a state-by-state distinction, and states will decide whether they want to allow it or not. Already 26 states have stated that they do not want to allow it.
What?
Yep.
What? That's a very well acted. Yeah. What?
Yep. 4 things I want you to know.
What? It's funny. 26 states? What about the other 24? Like, they go to one of the other 24 states that will allow you to get an abortion. It's not that serious if it's only half the country. It may seem like a whole lot, but it isn't. Mr. DJ Fly High, $5 super chat. What, I bet these people are the same people who want the don't say gay bill abolished. Half these motherfuckers don't even know what the don't say gay bill is. They don't read the shit. They don't read, like, this is, TikTok is proof that people do not read, like, ever. Hang on. Why not? Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Okay, basically, I guess she's listing like homemade abortion remedies, which I'm willing to bet none of them work. Not applicable. $2 super chat. She's with him. She's not good for it, anyways. Okay, inserting raw onion into the vagina, cervix. Repeatedly hit the abdomen with a meat tenderizer. Insert castor oil into the vagina. Perforated cervix. Ingest poisonous herbs to weaken the body so that the body can no longer support itself or a fetus. Yeah, almost killing you fucking moron. Laying upside down and pouring hydrogen peroxide into the vagina. That's probably the most humane thing on this list. Perforation of the cervix vaginal walls via hairpin. Fatality. Oh, God. You think if it was this dire that you would just wear a fucking condom, but, you know, it clearly isn't. Tar inserted into the vagina cervix. Why? Why? Inserting pencils? Yeah, because a good old-fashioned bout of lead poisoning. That's all for women's rights, guys. All for women's rights. I'm gonna get lead poisoning to trigger the trads. Inserting pencils causing perforation of the uterus. Fatality. Pour turpentine into the vagina of the cervix. Fatality. Laying upside down and pouring Epsom salts into the vagina. Substance abuse to evacuate the fetus. Laying upside down and pouring laundry detergent into the vagina. Inserting caulk into the vagina. Insertion of instrument may also cause fatal perforation. Inserting chili powder into the vagina. Vigorous exercise causing extreme strain so the body can no longer support itself or fetus. Some of you bitches need exercise. So you know what? I'm actually all for that. Half these anti-abortion bitches are probably bitches who have the least bodily contact. Not enough bodily contact to even get pregnant to have an abortion. So, you know, not applicable. $2 super chat. These are clearly people who care about health. John Doe, the average Joe, $1.99 super chat. If these don't work, baby will be severely disabled. Yep. CGC, totally like a miscarriage, you guys. Wouldn't be able to tell the difference at all. Inserting toxic inks into the vagina to cause infection. Inserting jalapenos into the vagina. Having a spicy pussy. That'll kill that kid. Insert soap into the vagina to disturb pH levels and cause infection. Inserting herbs into herbs into the vagina. Insert sponge soaked in glue into the vagina or cervix. Jesus Christ. Insertion of steel wool sponge into the vagina. Some of y'all on some fucking Hellraiser shit. Inserting bleach into the vagina, causing gangrenous uterus fatality. Inserting hand sanitizer into the vagina. If the safest option isn't optional, then what's my option? Fucking condoms, idiot. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. But y'all already, plus you know the kids that are anti-abortion are already stupid enough to do this shit, because they'll be online doing the Tide Pod challenge and all this other shit. Like, yeah, so there are plenty of people, especially young people, who are more than willing to do this stupid shit.
You know what? I'll just go ahead and...
But it's like, why would you point this fucking shit out and make it more accessible to these young people by pointing it out? Instead of telling them about options like birth control, just in general, male and female birth control. You're like, well, they're gonna be sticking Brillo pads in their pussies, so what are we gonna do? Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Say it. If Roe v. Wade gets overturned, I am fucking getting a vasectomy.
Good. I don't know anyone who would want to look like a relic of the early 2000s. Looking like a fucking emaciated Bush baby. Who would want to look like that? Nobody wants a baby by someone who looks like that. Joe Vinny the hyena, $5 super chat. Don't teach us how to wear a condom. Teach us how to get your bulls cut. Oh, I'm guessing that's supposed to be balls.
Yeah, that's right. I'll fucking protest and get a vasectomy.
No one cares. Do it. We would actually love that.
I don't give a fuck. It's already like fucking almost unrealistic to think you can support a kid nowadays. But now they're like, you millennials and Gen Zs aren't having kids. Oh my god, we need a workforce.
So if you're not having kids, then what's the problem with the abortion thing? Why do you even give a shit? You're not having kids. That clearly means either you're not fucking or you're using contraceptives like you should be. So, like, what is even the problem? Why y'all complaining? Y'all seem to be doing a good fucking job staying away from procreating. Just by being yourself. Your personalities do a good enough job. You don't need abortion. Because your personalities do a good enough job at fucking repelling potential mates. So I don't even understand why this is even a discussion. Not applicable. $2 super chat. They want the consequences for politics, obviously. Straw man, $5 super chat. Bad taste, I know, but have you seen Ye Old Abortion Clinic from Family Guy? It seems like something these people would do. Barkley KR, $1.99 super chat. Seriously, Bleach? What the hell is wrong with her?
Roe versus Wade so we can force them to have kids. Fuck that. No more spermies for me. Republicans throw
They're
a
not
bitch
trying to
fit
force you.
when they're like,
They're not trying to force you to have kids. You can take birth control or condoms. And plus, if you're already not fucking procreating, then why are you complaining? You clearly know what to do to not have children, dumbass. That's why you shouldn't have brought that point up, because now you look fucking dumb.
Like, you can't mandate the vaccine on me. I have bodily autonomy rights. And then, literally the next breath, go, outlaw abortion. I'll say.
Yeah. It's almost like you should have learned from that. It's almost like you should have fucking opened up your brain and be like, you know what? The fact that the state wants to relinquish the fact that the government wants to relinquish their power and like make it more of a statewide thing, that's actually a good thing. Letting the state come up with their own rules instead of governing everybody by one rule, that's actually a pretty good thing. And y'all should listen to that when it came to the vaccinations, but you didn't. Instead, you wanted everyone to be forced to wear masks and get vaccinated and share their vaccination status and all this shit. So now, yeah, it's like neener. Like, nanny, you fucking idiots. It doesn't feel good, does it? But see, that's the thing, that they're actually getting more leeway and more freedom with the whole thing. But they think that we're not gonna be able to get abortions anymore. It's like, no, maybe only in 26 states you won't be able to. In the other 24 you will be able to. You better be fucking happy it's not government mandated. Like, why would you, like, you're always like, I don't want the government in my uterus, but like you want them to keep Roe v. Wade a thing on a federal level? Huh? What? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Y'all never make fucking sense. But anyway, whatever. Glib $10 super chat. My stance on abortion is that people don't think about the fetus as human. Seems like people blow right past abstinence, condoms, and contraception, so they can just mess around with no responsibility. Yep. Not applicable. $2 super chat. Tell this guy he can't get his dad's throat. Tell this guy he can't get his dad's throat pregnant. Damn, this fucked up. Meowsers, $5 super chat. Damn, these dummies really think that abortion is the only form of birth control. Yeah. Not applicable. That one was kind of mean. It was, but it was still funny.
Say it once, I'll say it again. Fuck Republicans, and I will never fuck one. Y'all literally the worst.
I will never fuck one. No, they would never fuck you. Whenever someone brags about, I would never fuck this type of person. Yeah, you probably would. You probably would. Based on arbitrary shit, like political affiliation. Like, you definitely would. I would never fuck them. Like, nigga, ain't nobody asking. Like, there's nobody asking.
I'm on the fence of having a kid in the future, but this just kind of solidified with me. If it gets overturned, I will get a vasectomy. Additionally, I have a breeding kink. So, really,
I have a breeding kink. Is he gay or straight? Because if you're straight, that's not a kink.
stand to gain from... You know what? I'll just go ahead.
If you're straight, that's not a kink. I have a breeding kink, though, which, yeah, okay. Which leads me to not take your fucking... any of what you said previously seriously.
SCOTUS ruling overturning Roe.
This is also a new one, thank God. I can't stand, like, looking at these old-ass videos.
We've all read the leaked SCOTUS ruling overturning Roe. Just had a few comments for the conservative women of TikTok, so please duet this. I hope it gets around. Conservative women, if you think aligning yourself with white Christian men was the way to go, you have no idea what's coming.
Because there are no Christian women of color or Catholic women of color that could also be anti-abortion. No. It's all the white women. You'd be fucking surprised who does not believe in abortion. Be fucking shocked. Like, the assumption that there are no minority women who are religious and pro-life is just fucking ridiculous. Because they don't think very highly of minority women. Like, we're all just basically fucking and rutting and procreating at very high levels, not using any type of contraceptives like them. You know what I mean? None of us have like staunch morals on anything. I love that assumption. It's hilarious. You can only be pure and white and moral at the same time. You dumb bitch. Oh, shit.
If you think that overturning Roe was their endgame, you have no idea what's coming. If you think that these men will stop when you say enough, you have no idea what's coming. If you think these men will respect your autonomy when they see you as a body first and a person second, you have no idea what's coming.
I mean, where was this complaint when they were forcing you to get vaccinated? And they were withholding your right to go places and see people. Where was all this fucking energy? It was nowhere to be found. Like, we already know they don't give a fuck about anybody's bodily autonomy, sweetie. But it took, like, this Roe v. Wade to be like, oh, wait, now I believe the government doesn't care. Why didn't I think of that before? Because you're a fucking selfish, feminist, leftist cunt. You don't give a fuck until an issue hits you. Straw man, $2 super chat. Oh no, help. They're trying to make stable households. Kevin Schubert, where's her man? Nowhere. She ain't got one. Come on. Bailey Lenore, these are the same people that think philosophy is a legitimate degree. Sky Powers. Yo, this bitch out here saying every conservative man is a rapist. Not applicable. If you have no idea how to put a condom on someone, you have no idea what's coming.
And to all the fiscal conservatives who said that they voted for Trump for tax purposes, do you have any daughters? Or are you so selfish that you'd rather think of the next 4 years instead of the next 40?
Oh, selfishness. That's very ironic coming from
all the people who think that this is the end game, this is just the beginning. The door has been opened.
This is just the beginning. I will have to actually go to a store and buy condoms for the first time. And plus, looking at your gray hair, I'm pretty sure your uterus is not strong enough to hold a baby anymore. Like, what the fuck you worried about? You got no man. You got your fucking apartment is cluttered as fuck. You probably got 1,000 cats. I don't know why you're worried about this. This does not affect you in the slightest. And in 40 years, it really won't affect you because you'll probably be dead. These men will not stop. God damn it.
This is just the start. Stripping women of their rights doesn't end here. It begins here. You were willing.
What rights did you not have before this? What rights will you not have after this? Fucking tell me. I'm just waiting for these bitches to just say it. This states all the rights you do not have right now.
Willing to betray our rights for some validation. Shame on you. You have no idea what's coming.
You have no idea what's coming. Hostradamus over here. Oh no.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you?
No, but they do have the ability to make half a fetus. Without them, you wouldn't be pregnant. And let's be honest here, ain't nobody trying to fuck Whoopi. Like, she way past the point of pregnancy. I don't know why if men can't say shit about procreation, really neither can you. So if men can't say anything about abortion, neither can you. You can't carry shit either, Whoopi. You're barren. You're done. You're postmenopausal. It's over. You're basically a dude now. Lance Shot, she looks like Booker T. I don't even watch wrestling, and even I got that reference. Chase, 150 super chat. Thank you. Alien Will, Trump isn't the president anymore. Shut the fuck up, bitches. Meme frog bad. Lol, jam, J Longbone going hard. But it's true. Like, she's basically at the status of a man now. You can't carry a baby anymore. And I don't even think she has kids. I don't think. Happy-ish Gaming. I think she does. I'm gonna look it up. Happy-ish Gaming, $5 super chat. These narcissists think killing their kid is a viable form of birth control and wonder why they're depressed all the time. John Smith, $5 super chat. Why are we acting like abortion is the only contraceptive out there? Because these hoes is lazy. Let's see. Does Whoopi Goldberg have any kids? Okay, she's got one kid. Her name is Alex Martin, and she had her... When did she have her? Damn, she had her in the 70s. Yeah, she's only got one kid, and the last kid she had was in the fucking 70s. Like, like what? You can't have an opinion on this shit either. Oh, snakes. And she had her transition when?
You talk about what a fetus wants. You have no idea. Now,
what's with the audio here?
I'm fine if you disagree with abortion. I have no problem with that.
No, you do.
My problem comes when you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family. How dare you?
What do you mean, my doctor? You cannot carry a baby anymore, Whoopi. Stop pretending like you can. You can't. Your uterus is a rock. It's done. It's done. John Smith, $5 super chat. Hell, just steal condoms from the local Planned Parenthood's front desk like I did in high school when I was too shy to buy condoms. How dare you? Not applicable. J Longbone, you missed my menopause super chat. Hang on a sec. Okay. Not applicable, $2 super chat. Whoopi looks like the avatar of menopause. Or is. Aerith Roses? Whoopi, men can get pregnant now.
How dare you?
Here we go again. Look how quickly the language changes when it suits a certain agenda. Because last week, pregnant women were called birthing persons, and we were saying that men can have eggs and men can menstruate, but suddenly we're back to men being men and women being women when it suits the leftist narrative. And guess what, Whoopi? The body is a separate body. It's not yours, and a man contributed to it, so I would venture to say he's got a little bit of stake in what happens there. Suddenly it's about your body and your medical privacy, but I don't hear you saying that when it comes to the vaccine mandates at the corporation that you work for. Anybody can have a stance on abortion, and if they want to take that to the Supreme Court, they will.
Do any of you...
All right, that gets a like. I thought this was just going to be the clip, but it's actually a rebuttal to the clip. Okay, fine. But yeah, it's what I was saying. Like, Whoopi, you're basically at the status of a man at this point. You can't have babies, so you shouldn't have an opinion.
The inevitable overturn of Roe versus Wade will be the downfall of the United States. Allow me to explain. As someone who has...
This came out a year ago, too, though.
Worked in hospitals with children exhibiting extreme mental health crises, the problem always leads back to the parents. So, if you have people who are keeping their children because they cannot get this procedure, and if the parent did not want the child, you are most likely going to get bad parenting. But this not also affects the parents, but also affects the teachers who teach these kids.
Like, to be fair, there is adoption.
Mental health professionals, social workers, and so on, which will lead to even higher levels of burnout in these fields, which means less individuals in these fields, and probably more people on disability.
There's already burnout in these fields. And we have abortion. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, let me rewind that.
And if the parent did not want the child, you are most likely going to get bad parenting. But this not also affects the parents, but also affects the teachers who teach these kids, mental health professionals, social workers, and so on, which will lead to even higher levels of burnout in these fields.
There's already burnout in these fields. It's already a thing.
Which means less individuals in these fields, and probably more people on disability. Also, if someone's a victim of
more people on disability. Huh? How'd you get that? People are going to be on disability if they have kids. Like, I was pregnant, now my legs don't work. Like, what the fuck?
Of bad parenting, they're probably going to have their own mental health problems, including substance abuse. So essentially, we are just churning out children who never had a chance in the first place.
There's some truth in that, but like I said, there's such thing as adoption and shit. Put them up for adoption. But good thing for you. Like, hey, you're kind of dumb, but like at least you're cute. At least you like she got the little freckles and the cute eyes and shit. She can make it in some venue in America. Liberals are on their way. And the danger music.
Now,
yeah, how do you orchestrate shit this quickly? I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, the danger music, like the liberals are coming. That's actually kind of funny. I don't think it was meant the way the original poster intended, but you know, it's still funny. This is new. As soon as Texas banned abortion, I joined the Satanic Temple to protect my religious right to abortion. Huh? And like, yeah, don't tell religious people that shit. Like, because it's just so on brand. I joined Satanism so I could kill a kid. You know how fucking telling that is? Why would you admit that? You're just giving motherfuckers ammunition. Oh god, not applicable. $2 super chat. Yeah, lots of badly parented kids are happy to be here. A Collins, this sounds about right. Not a good look with absolute hell. Red Rose Spark, I'm pretty sure even official Satanists would be disgusted by you. Desperado J, most Satanists are pretty chill, but not this one.
I do it, I become the enemy. That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, and you had to use audio from the Multiverse of Madness trailer? Ew. Oh, like just so much cringe on top of cringe. This video was taken down due to harassment and bullying. Bullshit. Bullshit. Busnut33, $20 super chat. Whoopi has had a crap load of kids, Jay. They're all on the island of Dr. Moreau. Love you. Yeah, oh, that was funny. Love you too. They're all on the island of Dr. Moreau. Fuck.
You break the most.
Someone in the comments is like, what's the official site? I want to become a Satanist so I can kill a kid. That's not a good look at all. Jesus Christ. Me realizing that I live in a country where rape and incest are now incentivized by money. What? Huh? So now rape and incest will be incentivized because you can produce the evidence of said rape and incest? Huh? You know, because there's going to be evidence of a rape and incest. Like if you have a baby out of like rape and incest, there's going to be more proof that you were raped or had like an incestuous relationship, which would actually benefit you in holding the person accountable. Dummy. Other than that, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Like, what?
I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. What?
Yeah, I don't get what she's trying to say here. The fuck? Hello? Oh, here it is.
When I walk through.
Well, at least we got one chick. Instead of complaining, she just goes to another state and gets an abortion. I just want to know what that hat says. Because I can't see it. Yeah, I can barely see that shit. I deduct the expenses on your taxes. Okay. Okay. I love how motherfuckers think they're freedom fighters because they go out of the country to get an abortion. Okay.
You want to regulate women's bodies?
Oh, God. I can tell before the video even started that this guy was going to be a handful. He's got the Ukraine pin, Dear GOP, and plus the overcompensation beard. Because some motherfuckers just have a beard because they're just that sexy, and there's this motherfucker. Like, I know I'm not masculine. I know I lack integrity and a spine, but I have a beard. I have a beard.
You want to regulate women's bodies? We're going to regulate men.
Why would, like, that's deregulation. Leaving it up to the state would be deregulation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Keep your balls. You just...
God damn it.
You want
to... that was
Keep
weird.
your balls. You...
Stop it! The fuck?
You want to regulate women's bodies? We're going to regulate men's bodies too, because I know more than a few of you who's long overdue for a forced vasectomy. You can keep your balls, you just can't weaponize them. You want to regulate...
What are you talking about? Well, what are you talking about?
More than a few of you who's long overdue
and
for
men
a
actually have... men actually have less reproductive rights than women. So I don't know. Oh, Jack0036. You already lost yours. Balls. He's implying that his balls. Mind your own business. Oh, the reading royalty in the comment section was like, all U.S. men starting at age 10 must get a vasectomy. It can only be reversed with a signed document via their partner saying they want children. Okay, but like where, in what fucking area of the U.S.? Are women forced to have fucking mastectomies or whatever? Or where are women forced to have their tubes tied and only untied when their husband wants to have kids? Like, name it. Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Not applicable to $2 super chat. He looks okay. Just sounds like he stays at the YMCA. And technically, 10-year-olds are already being castrated, like little children, like little trans girls. Isn't that like that's basically like a low-key way of castrating little boys, turning them into trans girls. Whatever. This was also last year. It's worth noting that many of the same people attacking the Biden administration for leaving women's rights behind in Afghanistan are eager to control women's bodies and choices in the United States. I don't know what prompted this. But yeah, women getting acid thrown in their fucking faces, being pimped out by the Taliban or whatever. Like, that's way more serious than you not being able to have an abortion. Sorry. You're not on the same fucking level, kids.
If you're like me, you have just
this is new.
Heard about the leaked court document from the Supreme Court that shows that they are planning to overturn Roe v. Wade. To be clear, Roe v. Wade has not yet been overturned, but likely will be when this comes to a vote, probably in June. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. We've all been planning for this. This is one of my Instagram posts from months ago. But it's still a kick in the gut when you see something like this and you think about what life can be like when women and people with a uterus no longer have control over their body and basically have no longer control over their lives. As if depending on states' rights.
I love how these same bitches who are like, no uterus, no problem, no uterus, no opinion, are basically allowing people with no uterus into a fucking conversation. Or, sorry, who aren't supposed to have a uterus into the conversation. It's just weird.
Rights for abortions will ever work.
Because men don't have babies. So why do you keep saying people who have children instead of just women? Men aren't supposed to have babies. Like y'all say, like, men aren't supposed to have an opinion on this. So either trans men are actual fucking men and they also don't deserve an opinion on this. And they're not supposed to be having kids. And that's an affront to you as a woman. Or they're not really men.
Look how disparate things like healthcare, education, and even abortion access is right now, depending on the state that you live in. So what can you do to fight back? Well, you can pay attention and stop saying that Roe v. Wade will never be overturned. And yes, I'm talking to you people who've commented that in my comment section.
It'll be hilarious if it's not overturned, though.
Whole new world, my friends. Now is a great time to donate to organizations like Planned Parenthood.
It will be overturned because we have a fascist as a president. Oh, wait, that's... Trump isn't president anymore. We can't use that as an excuse.
And the Center for Reproductive Rights. The fight is not over, but I hope you realize just how real this is. I'll put some resources in the comments.
This is real. It's hella real. It's hecka real, kids.
And if you wonder if
you believe that the government shouldn't mandate vaccines, but should mandate carrying presidency. The government isn't mandating abortion, sweetie. It's trying to de-mandate it by leaving it as a statewide thing. It's actually the exact opposite of what they did with this vaccine mandates. The fuck you? They have more respect for women than they do people in general. They have more respect for the That actually shows they have, like I said, they have more respect for the abortion thing than they do just people in general. But whatever, just keep talking the same stupid shit. Happyish Gaming, $2 super chat. People of the Uterus is a cool band name. I mean, just like when people were saying, we're talking all that bullshit. It's like, when people were losing their businesses and they couldn't work and shit. And they were just saying, well, just get a stay-at-home job, bro. Just do this, bro. Well, then I'm saying, well, then if this Roe v. Wade thing is overturned, then I would just be like, just go to another state, bro. Just go to another state, bitch. You can afford it, I'm sure. I'm sure. Like, the money that it's and stress it takes to move, I'm sure that'll be like minuscule compared to your reproductive rights, right? It's like everyone had to suck it up when their businesses were going under because of the COVID mandates. You moving out of your state. Like, actually, to be honest, comparable. If you were to compare the two, like, one is actually a little bit more severe than the other. So, like, yeah, even then, you're not suffering, sweetie. You're not fucking suffering. You're not suffering. Just stop it. Flash warning. Yeah, we're just gonna stay away from that one.
Care if it hurts.
Okay, this is a new one. America is slowly becoming a fascist state. We have censorship relating to LGBT and racial issues. No, we don't. CRT panic. It's not panic. It's like justified fucking disgust. Blaming one race for all the racial issues in the country. Like, yeah, remember when they used to do that to black people? And we all collectively decided that's a bad thing? Now they're trying to do it to white people. And now we collectively, once again, have decided that's a bad thing. And now Roe v. Wade and KCVPP. They won't stop there. They'll just continue. We are in the alt-right dystopian. We're in the alt-right dystopian despite having a fucking a liberal as president. Remember y'all voted for this motherfucker? There's one guy who could fucking make sure this doesn't happen, and yet he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything behind the scenes because this leak clearly indicates that he's not doing shit. He's not doing the shit you want him to do. The shit y'all voted for him to do. Tell me. So if you live in an alt-right, dystopian, no matter who's fucking president. Is that more of your shitty outlook, or is it because you're very naive and retarded, or is it just because it's not true? I don't know. Not applicable. $2 super chat. Band's debut album title. My cervix screams. One and only sound censorship relating to LGBT. The only censorship is airing OG Spider-Man, Toby, the first film, from one thing that could be considered homophobic while in a wrestling ring purposely talking smack. Busnut, 33, 81 million votes, people. Yeah, sure. Kyle R. France has stricter abortion restrictions than Missouri. Lamau. I might have to look that up. Oh, snakes. I like how We Need to Stop Whitey was blocked by YouTube. Claire Jagels, $5 super chat. Hey, Jay, I fought with my mom and had a breakdown in my car while buying McDonald's. But you have this live stream. But you having this live stream is my proof that life is good. Oh, thank you. And I hope your mom make up eventually. It sucks to have that kind of tension between you and you and a parent. John Smith, $2 super chat. Dark side of the fallopian tube.
I want to have control. I want to.
We live in an alt-right state. Your president is a leftist who I'm sure you voted for. So if you're still living in a leftist, you're still living in an alt-right state, maybe think on that, bitch.
So by now you've heard the Mississippi 15-week abortion ban has been taken up by the Supreme Court. If they rule it constitutional, that means Roe v. Wade is and abortion as we know it in this country is done. 10 states will immediately ban abortion within 24 hours, with more states planning to do the same. It is literally the end of abortion access.
It's literally, hang on a second. This is an old video. Let's see if there's an updated version. What the fuck?
Wow, if you're anything like us, you're feeling completely fucked by the leaked SCOTUS draft opinion that strikes down Roe v. Wade.
And thankfully, I am nothing like you.
Like you, we're doing
I accidentally liked the TikTok by accident.
everything we can right now to protect abortion. We are donating.
Oh, come on.
Wow, if you're anything like us, you're feeling completely fucked by the leaked SCOTUS draft opinion that strikes down Roe v. Wade. And like you, we're doing everything we can right now to protect abortion. We are donating to abortion funds in the states that need it most, heading to rallies in our cities and towns, and signing up at Operation Save Abortion for training sessions on how we can keep doing the most to keep whatever access we have left. But every action montage needs a soundtrack. So while you're doing all that, here are some pro-abortion songs you can listen to fuel your rage and get the job done. Here's a couple of the tracks and what to search for on Spotify. The playlist starts off in 1975 with Rosie Jane by Malvina Reynolds, a pro-abortion anthem written in support of Roe right after it was passed. It's set as a conversation between Rosie and her condescending doctor, and it ends with the iconic line, "A baby cannot be murdered until it's born." So go on then, put on that playlist and head over to...
Well, technically that's not true, though. If it has a heartbeat already and you extinguish it, you've killed it. It's just facts. Now, do I think it's the same as like, literally, actually fucking murdering someone, in life, like a fully grown person or a fully grown child? Like, no. But it's still, you're still like ending life. Like, come on, let's not lie. Glib, $5 super chat. Roe v. Wade wasn't legit because it wasn't legislation. There's nothing else the Supreme Court could do. Now they need to abolish the NFA on Second Amendment basis.
Till it's born. So go on then, put on that playlist and head over to OperationSaveAbortion.com to see what you can do today to protect our access.
Oh, hey, Prince, Liz here. Just in case you needed another reason to hate Sam Alito.
Wait. Actually.
Oh, hey, Prince, Liz here. Just in case you needed another reason to hate Sam Alito.
She looks like the quintessential wine mom. She sounds drunk as fuck. She sounds like a lush, like she's had a few. Jesus Christ. Oh, no, man. Sauced up. Gary Thomas, $5 super chat. Hey, Jay, can't watch now, but will later. Also, congrats. Your last live stream got more views than CNN Plus. Thank you. Not applicable. $2 super chat. It's kind of worse. Can't even run away from you.
I'm guessing you don't, but I'm going to give you one anyway. Turns out in his leaked opinion from the Supreme Court to overturn Roe, he cited a 17th century juror who said that it was perfectly okay to execute witches and absolutely said that husbands had the right to rape their wives. So,
okay, but what was the point he cited that he made? Bringing up other people's fucking bad takes doesn't automatically nullify the take that you actually, the take from that, another take, a different take from that person. Like if you say the grass is green, you can't say, well, I don't believe it's green because at one time you said that women can be executed for being witches. Like that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You gonna like list like the points that judge made or that person made in the 17th century. So we can get so we can like better assess. Like no, you're not. Because you think just mentioning that he wanted to drown witches is good enough to to end the conversation. Nikki, $4.99 super chat. She looks like a professor from Hogwarts. And yeah, what L. Hickson said, citation fucking needed.
who said that it was perfectly okay to execute witches and absolutely said that husbands had the right to rape their wives. So that's who we're dealing with.
You could, but what did they say though? Citation needed, and what the fuck did they say concerning this particular topic? You're not disproving anything.
Vote, motherfuckers. Operation Save Abortion, July 17th, link in bio. we're doing it.
You know damn well you don't wake up before noon. You ain't doing shit. No, you don't wake up before 2. Because you gotta remember, she's a blackout drunk. You can tell. Xander Dawson, $2 super chat. Why is she wearing a dead dog on her head? Well, killing shit is a very on-brand position for someone like this. So, of course they would just kill shit and just throw it on their head.
Most women see men as disposable.
Man, oh man, if you think men are treated like they're disposable, just you wait until you get a load of these actual facts. Like the fact that women make up 71% of human trafficking victims, and you don't see the courts making rulings about what cis men do with their ball sweat.
They haven't been making any legislation. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're saying we're disposable because we can't have abortions. But see, sweetie, you treat babies as disposable because you have abortions, though. Like, you have the power, at least until July or June or whatever the fuck, and only in 24 states, to treat children as disposable whenever the fuck you feel like it. So I don't know what the fuck you looking smug about. And with dudes, there's nothing to regulate because they're not out here getting pregnant. And plus, like I said, women they're not regulated. At least they won't be when Roe v. Wade is fucking overturned. Like, why would it doesn't make any sense? You want more government in your uterus while saying that you don't want the government in your uterus. It's fucking ridiculous. Joe Vinny the Hyena, $2 super chat. Are we gatekeeping disposability? Oh yeah, apparently. Tits bitch McGee. Where'd you get that stat? Boys make up 90% of all child trafficking victims in some countries. That, of course, apparently, according to her, that's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. We're more disposable because we cannot abort our children. And also the fact that a bunch of white men actually came up with the Roe v. Wade thing in the first place, who actually brought the abortion thing to the forefront in the first place. Like, you'd think, like, since when is it a problem? So, like, having, like, white dudes in your uterus is only a problem when they don't do what you want them to do.
So I would say maybe it's the other way around.
No, it's not. That's not how that works. And men are actually more disposable because you can, like I said, you can abort them at any time. You can abort your little boys at any time because of Roe v. Wade. So what are you talking about? What you talking about? Soy Boy Supreme in the comments section says, to add to your point, the number of women abandoned by their partners when they get a life-threatening diagnosis like cancer versus men, which would be a very small number. 20% of women just with divorce and separation and 2.9% for men. Like, this is like some tiny shit. Like, their women are disposable because men leave them when they get ill. That's totally on par with sex trafficking and not having any reproductive rights, which men do not have. Men dying more of men dying earlier. Like it's totally on par. Which I would have to ask where the fuck those stats came from. Like, citation needed. Like, once again, citation needed.
We have codified into law the idea that women and people with uteruses are disposable by putting forth harmful...
People with how? No, you cannot do that.
To law the idea that women and people with uteruses...
So, people with uteruses are women, right? Because, like I said, trans men are just women. So, like, it's totally pointless to say people with uteruses because trans men are women. Why the fuck do you keep saying that? It doesn't make any sense. Because saying that is the admission that trans men are women. Stop fucking saying it. It doesn't make sense, and you still look stupid. You're still admitting that trans men are still women. So like saying it is just redundant. Lance Johnson, women and people. Exactly. So basically you don't associate women with being people. Like, it's so many levels of fucking stupid.
Uteruses are disposable by putting forth harmful legislation that values the life of a fetus over the life of the person carrying it. 1 in 3 women has experienced violence at the hands of a man. And most of those men...
Those statistics are bullshit. They have been debunked before. I think it's a little higher than that. Well, not higher, but it's a little lower than that. Sorry. Like, look, Sky Power, she played the 1 in 3. Holy shit. Yeah, it's been debunked already. Why do you keep doing that? 1 in 3 women are raped. Okay.
Are intimate partners, family, or friends. You're not being disposed of. You're a bad bet that someone wasn't willing to take. Studies also...
Which is can very easily be said about you. I'm sure you were a bad bet for a lot of fucking people of different genders. I became a lesbian because too many men were not willing to put up with me.
also show that women who are with men whose words and actions reinforce the patriarchal structure of male
here we go with this
dominance are more likely to experience violence in their relationships. So maybe
women are more likely to experience violence at the hands of like actual men with a spine than they are with soy boys, which is, yeah, I'm willing to bet that's completely the opposite.
you should just say that you're a walking red flag and move along.
Most women see men as disposable.
And I love how you don't play the whole fucking video to hear his entire point. Actually, it's 8:40. I think, not 8:40. It's almost 9. Shit. When did we start this stream? Around like what, 5:30? Oof. I can actually stop right now if I wanted to. But let's do one more. I'm hoping and praying that it's one from recently.
That I was going to post tonight, and then I got...
It is from recently, thank God.
I had a whole different, longer video that I was going to post tonight.
And god damn it, brush your entire face. Brush. Your teeth, your eyebrows, your beard, your hair, everything. Brush. Just brush. Generally.
And then I got this notification. If this goes down like it sounds like it's gonna, we need to be in the streets. I mean...
In the streets, because half those women are already for the streets.
Start getting ready now and tell your friends to do the same. Summer 2020 was the first time for a lot of us being involved in a mass direct action. And what that means is that we are...
No, it wasn't.
Not...
Y'all always complaining about some shit.
Not rookies anymore. The Biden administration could stop this if they really wanted, but the only way that's going to happen is if they are more worried about the country literally ripping itself apart than they are about losing their precious moderate votes. We can make that happen, but only if everyone comes out and only if we are strategic. I mean a diversity of tactics for potentially a prolonged period of time. This would be arguably the single largest slide into fascism for this country in living memory, and that
and somehow Trump is not president. I love how when Biden's president and so we're supposedly slipping into a fascist country because you can't get an abortion. Suddenly he just needs help, guys. He's just not seeing it our way. He's not the cause of anything. He couldn't be signing off on any of this shit. He's just like this hapless fucking victim who needs our support. But when Trump was president, like, he was the cause of every bad thing that happened. We're slowly turning into a fascist country. And, like, he's a villain, blah, blah, blah. But, like, of course, they don't apply any of this to Biden. It's hilarious.
That is saying something. Do what you gotta do, but be ready.
Do what you gotta do.
I had a whole different...
Oh, Jesus. Cringe. This is bad. Ugh. All right, guys. I'm going to pack it in there because it's been like damn near 4 hours. I think it's almost 4 hours. That's all I can take. I can't take anymore. Thank God I was mostly able to find stuff from, or was it might have been a half and half. Roe v. Wade shit from last year, or like at least 2 years ago, and now. But yeah, we've had our fun. We've experienced some cringe and bad opinions and such. And thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the super chats, the well wishes, and comments. I really appreciate it. Like I said, pretty soon there's going to be a 365 Days Part 2 reaction coming out. I just need to wrangle up all the guys together because I want to torture as many heterosexual men as possible. So that's going to be out one of these days. I'm going to see if I can get it filmed this week or maybe during the weekend. And then, of course, I got to get back to working on one of these reviews I'm working on. It's a whole thing. But yeah, but like if you didn't see me around for the past couple days, it's because, like I said, I was helping my mom move out. So that was the whole thing. So you didn't really see me around that much. But I will be back to work, coming out with some new Batwoman reactions. I'm working on part 5 of Gotham High, which might be the last part, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for watching. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and